Welcome to World Class Bullshitters, the epitome of pop culture. I'm your host, Jeff Hicks, and with me tonight is the last standing Simone, Big Rig Nick Utam.
Baby boys and girls, children of all ages, when it comes down to it, I'm always here and pretty much always on time.
And finally, American Ramrod Kendo Slice.
I don't need a big-ass opening. You guys know who I am.
It's true.
You're not going to take 30 seconds?
Thank you.
Nah, succinct, to the point.
I don't know. I thought you had like 12 monikers.
No, I'm good.
So, folks, you're probably wondering where Dion is. We don't know either. So, there you go. There's our answer. But tonight's going to be a big night. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. So, first off, we're back on our regular Thursday time schedule, which is where we'll be forever, unless, something crazy happens. But tonight, we're back 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be talking about Terminator. We're going to be talking about a shitty movie reboot. And we're going to be talking about some memories and some other stuff like that. So grab your party boobs, grab a beer, and sit down because it's time to start World Class Bullshitters, episode 188, Terminator Dark Flop. So, first off... Yeah. That's what the movie
There you go.
So first off, as always, let's start our show off with our patrons. So we actually have quite a few new patrons that we would like to welcome to the channel and thank. First off, we would like to thank Nomad, Lord of Fear. We'd also like to thank Justin, Just Some Calamari, and finally, AJ Journeyman. So all of those new patrons have joined up at the $10 plus level, so that means they get the video tier. Nick, what kind of stuff do we have at our video tier right now?
Right now, we have the extended version of the turkey suit from last year, from our last excursion. We do have the side-by-side of us playing $1 Million, but with all of us, Anna, the Star Wars girl, and Jesse Milestone as well. We do have our excursion, our drunk ghost tour through New Orleans, which is a lot of fun. Jeff watched it recently. He told me he enjoyed it, so that's good. And we'll have many, many more things coming up hopefully over this weekend.
Well, we also have Captain Marvel. So,
oh yeah, that's on there. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, the full version of that's on there too.
Well, we may have forgot about Captain Marvel because it was one of our drunk commentaries, and we kind of, blacked out slightly.
Slightly.
Yeah, it was a rough night.
It was.
And I swore we would never do it again, so that's why we're going to do it tomorrow night. So, folks, tomorrow,
not Captain Marvel again.
No, that's a one-time thing. It's like Beetlejuice and getting married. I said if I did it, I would do it once, and that's it. So tomorrow night is another drunk commentary because it's Friday the 13th. So what are we going to do in celebration of Friday the 13th? We're going to watch Halloween 2. It's going to be a twofer because our friend Logan Michael, Anti-Funko Pop, is a patron. He requested a watch party for Halloween 2, the 1981 classic. It's a good movie. I'm not really going to rip on it, but it's going to be one of those drinking games. So it's going to be rough. We're going to steal it from Mindless Entertainment, and we're probably going to hate our body.
Oh, yeah. We're definitely going to do it better. I mean, come on.
We always do. Look at Captain Marvel. We had Captain Marvel. People are like, I think they line up to hate watch us with the Captain Marvel.
Dude, with that one, oh my God, we kept getting like, we had so many multiple super chats. It was ridiculous, man. It was so.
The worst one was when we had to. It was each chug 4 beers.
Yeah, I think it was like an $80 one is what we got.
I almost puked in my mouth. I didn't say that on the live stream, but I was like, and I wasn't here at my own house, so I was like, if I puke here, this is really embarrassing.
Yeah, it is.
So
yeah, you don't want to do that.
Yeah, no. But yeah, that'll be tomorrow night, folks. 8 o'clock. We're going to knock that out fairly early, so if you're going to be going out or doing stuff, you can go out and enjoy your nights. But start it off right with listening to us torture our bodies, and we're probably going to lay on the floor and yell at each other afterward because we're shit-faced.
Yeah, it's usually how it goes.
Yeah. So, speaking of horror, this past weekend, World Class Bullshitters was live at Indianapolis Horror Hound. We had a lot of fun, and we got to meet a lot of great people. Shout out to our listeners like Dr. Coffin Nails, Jeff the Iron Wolf, superfan Adam Shawhan. We met 2 Matts. We also had, we had a lot of people show up. So if I forgot, I apologize. And we had our convention couple who brought us Cecil masks. So if you watched our unboxing of the play button, as well as our a hotel cart full of P.O. Box stuff, you got to see us in Cecil masks. If you didn't, I got them here. I'll dust it off and wear it on one of the streams for a little while at least. And it was a lot of fun. But Kendo, what were your thoughts on Horror Hound? Any highlights, any memorable moments you'd like to share with the audience?
Let's see. I started on Friday, but going into full celebration prick mode. I was decked out in my Blues championship gear. I remember late pissing and moaning about the price of pizza.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean that was his constant demeanor. It seemed like for the weekend.
Yeah, he was extra anus, folks. So next time you see him,
man.
refer to him as Lape extra anus. Lape is extra anus. Just had some fun. Just hung out, met people. Did a couple interviews for Nick's channel.
Yeah, which that's gonna go up tomorrow, actually.
Yeah. Decided I need to learn how to make Elmo's cola because that was delicious. And watched football, and the Chiefs kicked the shit out of the Jaguars. It was a good day.
Nick, any memorable moments that you'd like to share with the listeners?
Yeah, man, I got to I got to hang out with you guys like I always love doing.
Oh yeah, that part too.
Got to watch it with you guys at chapter 2. Did the morning live stream, wore my Hopper shirt, which apparently everybody got the message of what that is, so I was happy with that. Even at dinner, somebody's like, the Hopper shirt. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's good. Spent way too much money on independent horror movies that I'm going to review for my channel.
You put your money where your mouth is, so that's
justified. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna rent them. I want to buy them so I can review them, and have the thing there.
But what if it sucks?
Then I review it and it sucks.
Yeah, I mean that as somebody that also is a connoisseur when it comes to the independent horror movies with Nick. Not as much of a connoisseur that he is, but it's a crapshoot. Sometimes you're going to land on a 7 and you're going to get something like a Space Base from Outer Space. Sometimes you're going to fucking hit Snake Eyes and you're going to get something like name a bad one. Oh, Frankenthug. There you go.
Oh God, thanks for that.
No, I'm joking. Frankenthug was fun. Strip Club Massacre.
Oh God damn it.
Nightclub
Crapped out. Yes. Crapped out. And yes, Dr. Coffinail's kendo in a suit was a highlight of the weekend.
Yeah, that was fun because somebody took a picture of you in the suit and it looked like either you're at a meeting for coaches or you're in court and you look kind of guilty.
I looked like I was there representing you guys. Like,
you did.
Oh, they're like, oh look, it's Jeff and his counsel.
Not the high council, just a council.
Yeah.
Choir.
Yeah, it was funny because and one of the things I loved is that everybody treated you like you ran the place.
Oh yeah, that's
nobody gave you at all. It was wonderful.
Yeah, and that could be one of our moments of Horror Hound in the recap here is Butch Patrick was going to try to he came to show Butch Eddie Munster for those of you that are the layman's. We were about to be bounced out of a very nice interview room with a huge, fantastic setup. I mean, this was professional as it can get to an extent at Horror Hound. And so we were interviewing Brian Williams and Ellie Church, and there was a knock at the door. I opened the door, and Eddie Munster standing right there. Well, I mean, he's short, but and some lady, and they were like, "Oh, I'm sorry, were you guys doing an interview?" I looked professional and dapper as hell as usual, and so they're like, "Oh, you guys can wrap up. We'll be, let us know when you're done." So we wrapped up. We let them know, and then some guy was like, "Hey, were you guys in here? Who are you doing?" And he's like, I'm just curious because if you guys need to use my equipment, you can, because I was the guy in the suit." And then he gave me his number and was like, "If you guys need to use this interview stuff, if you need any like a room or anything like that to do any like shooting or anything, just let me know and I'll take care of it."
Yeah, and I mean this is a professional room. We're talking like 2 lav mics for each person, nice couches, green screen,
camera setup,
3 camera setup, and I think they were all Canon C100s or C200s. Like they were nice cameras, and he had a computer and a whole TriCaster thing. It was ridiculous what he had set up, but it was awesome.
Yeah,
I thought the weekend was fun. We had a great time at St. Elmo's, and then watched St. Elmo's Fire, which is a terrible fucking movie.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, I do. I wanted to listen to the theme song, and that was about it. Speaking of it Chapter 2, we all gave it fairly favorable reviews. I guess it was a 7 around the table.
Yeah.
I fell asleep in it. I need to go back and watch it. There will not be a single dedicated video to it Chapter 2. We may talk about it again around Halloween or have a commentary on Patreon or something like that. But that's it for the it content. It was fun. It was fine. It looked good. Bill Skarsgård's great as always. And Bill Hader was pretty damn good too. But other than that, most memorable part of Horror Hound was when we got back from It Chapter 2 at 3 in the morning because it's a long fucking movie.
God.
And about an hour later, after we're all asleep, we hear the Bulk and Skull theme play.
Oh, yeah.
Repeat.
Well, actually, just you and I did. Nick slept through it because he can sleep through a fire alarm. Leif had a concussion because he woke up in the middle of the night, banged his head on the table, and you hear, and he falls back asleep. It's great. The thought of him, concussing himself under that table. He didn't have to sleep with his head under the desk. He could have slept the other.
He noticed that the last day.
Yeah, but even, okay, but even then, it's Leif. Of course, he's gonna sleep with his head under the desk. Come on now.
Yeah, he banged his head on that desk. I don't know how many times, but yeah, fucking Bulk and Skull show up at like 4:30 in the morning, and it won't stop.
Yeah, it was terrible. And then we were basically rocking on 3 hours of sleep that first day. And the second day we leave the convention, we all fall asleep right after dinner, and we all drank one drink the whole day?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a couple of beers throughout the day at the table, and
yeah, they were all Leif's beers, which we couldn't have too much of.
Yeah. And so we saw that we had a few beers, and we were like none of us were even close to rocking any type of buzz. And then we left, went back to the room, chilled out for a bit, and then we had our 8 p.m. res at Dorsia. And yeah, we each had an Elmo's Cola, which was delicious as shit. I ate a very delicious meal and got back to the hotel room and just were like, I ain't doing shit.
Yeah, we crashed.
Oh yeah.
So that was a fun weekend, folks. If you want to meet us at Horror Hound, all you got to do is come to the shows. We had, like I said, a great turnout. We'll be at Cincinnati in March. That'll be the
20th through the 22nd.
Yeah. So there you go. You already have the dates planned out, Kendo. So does Horror Hound. We just got to get a table. Hopefully they don't fuck us over like they did this year. So
yeah,
jeez, man. Here's a funny thing. I think Indianapolis is like, I don't know what it is with those idiots, but it's happened twice over in Indianapolis. We're like, we know where your table is. We'll get you one though. It's like, give us one. Just you know where it is. Just talk to whoever you have to, and give us one. You've been doing this for 20 fucking years.
Fucking Cincy hooked us up though. We had a great.
No. Yeah. The second and third day, dude, we were rocking. It was fun.
No, I'm talking about Cincinnati this year, where we had prime real estate.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, that was good.
It's like I wish they'd give us the respect. It's like we paid $500 for this shit. Why are you just gonna try to like brush us aside for some, I don't know, Night of the Living Dead baby doll things?
I mean. On the plus side, we got to hang out with the Blue Ranger. Not that one.
He was giving me business advice, which was cool.
Yeah, he was a cool dude.
So yeah, folks, that was it. It was a lot of fun. There's some video content out there, and there we go. So before we start the Terminator talk, which I can see the chat or people are going nuts. I saw what was it, Terminator Fart Fate? So that's kind of cool. Great title. We just had 2 anniversaries over the week. So first up is a lighthearted one. I wanted to bring to the attention of the listeners that Sega Dreamcast on 9/9 turned 20 years old. And I remember the Sega Dreamcast as the one that got away. It was the console that I used to see at the store. I would see the commercials. It was the first major online one, and I wanted one so bad. I never got it. Now, don't pity me too much. I had a Nintendo 64 and a PlayStation at the time, so, we were that household. But I always looked at the Dreamcast as like the next evolution, and I thought it was going to be this big thing, and it was going to be so great. And it was the last Sega home console, and it died a miserable death. You guys remember the Dreamcast?
Oh yeah, it wasn't very good.
Yeah, even like the memory card had like this little video game thing you could play things on there every now and again, which was weird. So I don't know why that was a thing.
Yeah,
it was just odd.
Its main selling points for that fighting game. Cannot think of which one it was. And Code Veronica
was you mean Soul Calibur?
Oh yeah. So the original Soul Calibur and Resident Evil Code Veronica. That was like
that's what it was. Yeah. Because they had the exclusive on that on the Resident Evil game. So
yeah. So that was like the main thing. That's like, hey, you want to continue playing Resident Evil? Do you want to play Code Veronica? You gotta buy a Dreamcast.
Well, also they had what is it? Their biggest best selling game was Sonic Adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was huge. That changed that.
Yeah.
That's when they changed the whole Sonic lore.
Yep.
It got a little more anime inspired, but people bought into it, so I can't really knock it too hard. Better than the damn movie.
Yep, 2.5 million sold, man.
Yep. I remember the one game I wanted for it was WWF Royal Rumble, and so I never played it because I never had the Dreamcast. And about 4 years ago, I was in an arcade that had it, and it's a terrible fucking game. I'm so glad I didn't have a Dreamcast to play that game on.
Oh, jeez.
they're actually coming out with a really good, like, cool retro wrestling game first quarter of next year, Jeff. That's available on the Switch.
Ooh, is it WWE themed or?
No, it's just if you ever remember any of those retro wrestling games on like Nintendo and Super Nintendo and shit like that, it's going to be styled just like that, but it's going to have like some of the modern day, like the Blue World Order signed on to be in the game, the Road Warriors, Colt Cabana.
Oh, and that's why I'm buying it.
Yeah, so there was a commercial on the newest Brian Zane Wrestling with Regret today, and I saw that. I was like, holy shit, I want that on the Switch. Just like I'm going to buy Link's Awakening Remastered next week.
Well, there goes all your free time.
That's right.
Yep.
So there's one other anniversary that happened. Obviously, we're going to pay this one a little more respect and reverence, but yesterday was 9/11, and I didn't get to ask you guys this last year. I remember the High Council last year was on 9/11, and I just want to ask you guys, do you remember where you were? Nick, you remember where you were?
Yeah, man, I was in high school. I was in keyboard class.
How'd they break it to you?
It was, the one girl from another class down the hall literally runs in and says, turn on the TV right now. And so we turn it on, and the first thing we see is, CNN come up, and we see the two towers, we see the smoke and everything like that, and we're just like, what's going on? So it takes us all a little bit for the newscaster to go through what's happened and everything, and go through what's been going on. And it's like, oh, this is what? Like we couldn't believe it. We couldn't believe it because, it was just one of those things. It's like, this is crazy. This is insane. We just couldn't believe it, man. It was
What about
weird.
you, Kenda? You were a little older.
Well, I should have been in my history class at college, but I slept till 10:30, so I missed all the festivities.
Okay.
I woke up, turned on the TV, was getting dressed, was like, well, I missed class 1 and 2. That's cool. I'll make it for my afternoon golf class. Yes, that was what I had in the afternoon. It was awesome. And turned on the TV, saw the replays and the stuff like that, and I was like, this looks like a terrible fucking movie, and turned it off because I didn't realize that it was just, replaying the events. And then drove to school hearing, the radio and what they were saying, got to campus and could not find anybody because everyone was in the student center watching the TVs. And I had lunch and watched Tony Blair talk about how we're going to war. And I'm like, cool. We're going to get them. And then I went and played golf.
Yeah, I was in the 7th grade, and it was weird. We didn't know about it all day, and then they pulled us into the church, and we're like, oh, yeah, this happened. And I came home and watched TV, and it was bizarre. And, it's like every year, it's just like, yep, I still remember everything about that day.
Yep. Yeah.
Now, one thing, Nick, you dealt with a lot of shit from it.
Oh, yeah, man. I dealt with a ton of shit from it because of what it looked like. And being in a small southern town in a very small high school with small minds, it doesn't help anything. So it was a rough 3 years of high school after that. So yeah, a lot of fun.
Yeah. So I saw a lot of posts in our Facebook group, and I thought, well, we'll just touch on it briefly. So obviously, people in the chat, you can tell us your memories. It's weird though that we have a lot of younger listeners that either weren't alive or don't remember it. So for some of them, it's a historical event, and that just blows my mind. Obviously, it's just an age thing, but
Yeah. My niece and nephew were born, I think, after it, and it was kind of weird because like I'm sure they can watch the newscasts or whatever on YouTube or something, but still it's like it's completely different being there and when listening to the radio or watching the news stuff on TV, on YouTube, or like reading the news articles. Like it's just different.
Yeah, it was all the TV back then, man. All the TV.
Yeah.
So let's shift gears and talk about the title of tonight's show, Terminator Dark Flop. So the Terminator franchise has been dead since 1992. Those are the words of an American ramrod. And, each subsequent film feels less and less relevant, less and less important. So, the story ended with T2. It was a fantastic film, one of the best action movies ever made. T3, very forgettable early 2000s cinema. Trash, if you will. Then you get to Terminator Salvation, and I know Dion likes it because Dion likes a lot of bad movies, but I hate that movie. I think it's shitty. And then we get to Genesis, and we all agree that it's pretty crappy as well.
Good God. they time travel like ahead, and they leave him back there, like just grow his arm back or something, like, and he gets visibly older. It's like, oh, I age every 10 years. Like, what? When was this part of the design? I thought you guys were just like, you just go on until like your internal nuclear battery explodes or something. Like what is going on here? It's just, I don't know.
Yeah. By the way, folks, we have 709 watching. Let's hit that thumbs up, please, to help the channel grow. A simple request from a giant man, your host, me. So all the hubbub about Terminator. Well, hold on. Let me backtrack that. So in today's world, when you're going to try to milk an old franchise, you can't bring back the stars. That just doesn't work anymore unless you've already done this. You try to take a franchise and you try to bastardize it. So obviously we can go back to 2016. We saw the female lady Ghostbusters. That movie was not a hit. Nobody wanted it. So what do they do for 2020? We got a new Ghostbusters starring all the original cast, as many as you can get back. We have the Ghostbusters game getting remastered with the original cast. We're going to have merchandise. We're going to have all kinds of stuff. So they're running back to what works. And now with Terminator, what are they doing? Well, they're trying to sell you James Cameron as a producer, but producers only have so much weight they can do, carry in a movie.
Yeah.
And we also have Linda Hamilton coming back. But the problem with Terminator, just like how they did with Ghostbusters and Star Wars to a degree, is they've infused a political slant that doesn't really help at all. It just hurts the franchise. It hurts the people. It pisses them off. I mean, folks out there are pissed off about this. I know. I make Terminator videos. They do very well. I read the comments. People do not like the direction that this new Terminator is going in. And thankfully, most people have common sense because it looks like Terminator is going to flop pretty hard at the box office. So,
yeah, man. I mean, you could tell from the first teaser trailer. It's like, what is Linda Hamilton doing? Why is she here? Because she wasn't in the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 of them or whatever. And why is the new Terminator this chick from was it Halt and Catch Fire? And who's the Mexican girl? Like, why is she being protected? Is she part of the thing? Is she the new John Connor? Is she Juan Connor? Is that who she is?
Whoa!
No. Remember, Edward Furlong was cast to play John Connor again.
Well, I mean, they're gonna have his face in somebody else's body or something. That's what I keep hearing too. So it's gonna be, I don't know. It's gonna be a shit show.
It is. It's
totally.
Kendo, what was your take on Terminator? Which is your favorite Terminator film?
2.
Nick?
Yeah.
Oh, 2 has to be, man. I watched the shit out of that.
Same. T1's great. I have no complaints. I think they're almost equally great films, but T2 has the budget behind it, and it tells a bigger, more epic story.
And the ending's better.
Oh my God. Like we always say on the podcast, the only acceptable movie for Amanda crying is T2 when the Terminator gets lowered into the lava and gives a thumbs up.
Yeah, and I'm sure you guys have seen the alternate ending of T2, right?
Oh yeah. Michael Jackson turned 60.
Yep. Yeah, there's that. But they gave it. I think that was a problem with it. They gave it the open-ended ending where just like the road and just like Linda Hamilton narrating over it. I think that gave them too much leeway to make more shitty versions of it, and I didn't like that now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should have gone with the definitive ending. It would have been way better. It's like then there wouldn't have been any shitty movies.
Yeah, and I mean, it really just ends there because there's like they wrapped it up in a nice little bow at the end of Terminator 2, and then they said, James Cameron said, fuck it, I'm gonna go ahead and retcon all my own shit and try to make this happen some more. And it's not working because it's been dog shit since then.
Yeah, it's like a great joke. You tell it, everybody laughs, and then you add an extra punchline and nobody laughs. And they're just like, ugh.
And then Loudy comes back 10 minutes later and tells that joke again.
Yeah.
Officially dead.
Yeah, I mean, they should have killed it after 2. 3 was shit. Salvation was dumb. Guy assist didn't make sense. And also one thing I hate that they've done since 3, they keep upping the ante on the bad Terminator. Like now it's these two guys who can apparently like morph and make more. They can multiply themselves. And whenever they do that, whenever they've seen that in the trailer, it looks really bad. Like it's really horrible CG.
Yeah,
and
I'm just like, doesn't look good.
And also, like one of them is driving and gets impaled with the rebarb, and as he's driving, he's making his other friend. That takes so much time. Why not just call in more people or have them open up portals to the fucking future and just have them jump through? Do whatever.
Yeah, I look at the T-1000 was awesome. The Liquid Terminator, it was cool. It was unique. It's the best bad guy they've had. I've seen people in the chat talk about Christiana Loken it was cool because it was a woman.
Yeah, she was hot, and that was about it.
And then it moves on. Now, it's funny, though. We'll talk about this article in a minute. But remember, a couple months ago, the director, Tim Miller, was going on about how we're afraid of women and all this crap, just like last time.
Yeah.
And it's not that we're bothered by women in action movies. We're bothered by bad, useless movies that you want to hide behind an agenda for. It's like, oh, I can't criticize this movie or else, I'm a terrible person. I'm a sexist. I'm this, I'm that. And no, that's not how this works. And that's why it's so satisfying and gratifying to see Terminator Dark Fate tracking soft at the box office. So let me read this to the audience out there. It says, industry estimates for Terminator Dark Fate tracking at the box office are not good, but at least the flick is said to open better than the disappointing predecessor, Genesis. Does that make you guys feel better?
No, it doesn't. Let's see.
Really.
That being said, Terminator Dark Fate will be opening around 35 to 45 million, which is better than the 27 million from 2015. So this is just a projection. It could still go lower.
Oh, yeah.
Captain Marvel was projected to be higher than it actually was. So projections is just that. But this isn't good for a film with a budget of 155 to 200 million dollars plus marketing expenses. So what? We're looking at a 400 million dollar break-even point. Isn't that the rule of thumb?
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah.
So the production budget for Genesis is 155 million. Domestically made 89 million. Let's see, what was the weekend opening it made?
27, it said.
Yeah, 27. Yeah, so jeez.
And that was being lauded as, oh, it's the return of Arnold Schwarzenegger. And now the media tries to go, well, Linda Hamilton's back. It's really going to make money.
That was never the problem. The problem was never like, oh, you need Linda Hamilton and Arnold Schwarzenegger in this. Oh, you might as well get Michael Biehn back too. Go ahead and fucking get him too while we're at it.
I mean, she's never been the draw.
Yeah,
that's the thing. No one's ever said, man, I can't wait to see the new Linda Hamilton movie ever.
She's not that big of a fucking star. She kind of faded away after Terminator 2. She did Dante's Peak and like nothing else.
That's true. Oh God.
Yeah, and everyone wants to build up her. Oh, Terminator's always been about strong female characters. She's one character. She's useless in the first movie because it's the point of the movie. She's just some scared woman that's being attacked by a killer robot. It's Arnold Schwarzenegger's franchise. It always has been. And if you can't make all the money on the return of Arnold Schwarzenegger, what the hell are you going to do with this? Oh, James Cameron's back. Well, you know what? Avatar's not the biggest movie ever made anymore. His shit. See,
this is the same case we get with Halloween 2018. Like, Carpenter's coming back. Jamie Lee Curtis is coming back. The guy who plays the Shape is coming back. It's all this stuff is coming back. It's going to be good again. No, it's just a fucking giant honey dick. Is all it is. It's just a giant honey dick, like it's always been. Like, oh, we're bringing all these things back. It must be good. Like the one you guys like. No, because you fucked up the last 4 of them. 1, 2, 3. No, 3 of them because we'll I don't know. Dark Fate I haven't seen yet, so I'm not going to judge it. But it doesn't look to be good. And the last 3 of them. Yeah. So I don't understand what you want. You want us to believe that you finally figured it out now. You finally cracked the code to a good Terminator movie. No, you haven't because the last 3 have been crap. I'm sorry, but for this to be projected to be a flop should not be a surprise to anybody.
So they're trying to justify.
It'll still be our fault.
What said?
I said it'll still be our fault.
Yeah, it's always because look at the Guardian's got an article. I have to just make a video about this because it's too in depth to talk about right now. Plus, I need the time for the research. But they're trying to justify all of this stuff with Terminator 2 only opened near $60 million when adjusted for inflation. T361 and Salvation 62. That doesn't mean anything. Like you can't use the performance of Terminator 2 to justify this movie not doing well. It's like, it's only $20 million difference. The other ones are going to have legs. Look, I'm going to tell you something. What is this? What did we figure out this movie opens against? Motherless Brooklyn, The King.
Nothing of notoriety at all. Let's see.
Dude, The Irishman is going to smoke this movie. You got Martin Scorsese, Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, Harvey Keitel.
I think, and I also think the Irishman's coming out on Netflix. It's not coming out on theaters or anything. So
let's say that people are going to stay home and watch that. No, you can buy tickets right now.
Oh, you can? Okay, so it actually is going to come out in theaters. That's good. Let's see. November 1st, we have Motherless Brooklyn, The Irishman, Harriet? Yeah, Harriet, I think. Waves and something called Waves. I don't know. Let's see what the hell this movie's about. Waves, upcoming drama written, directed. Doesn't say anything about what it's about. What it is.
A suburban American family led by a well-intentioned but domineering father as they navigate love, forgiveness, and coming together in the aftermath of a loss. Starring people I don't know except Sterling K. Brown.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's an A24 movie. They're usually good or they're bad. Okay, then okay, it is Harriet because it's the biopic about Harriet Tubman coming out.
Mm-hmm.
And also the poster is really interesting because she's got like a cowboy hat on and like a gun. It looks like she's like, you know, in the Old West. But I don't think that's accurate.
No. I have a legitimate question here.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. What if the Harriet Tubman movie beats out Terminator that weekend? How are they going to talk shit? Like, who do they talk shit to about why it didn't blow away the box office? Because they're caught in a bad space there. You know, you see, if it loses out to a movie about a black woman, it's like, oh
yeah, they can't say anything. They cannot say anything. Then they have to keep their mouths shut and just take it as a loss.
Yeah, because if they shit talk us about it, then it's gonna be like, oh, so you guys are not on board with the movie about a black woman. Okay, all right, so you're shit talking them about not coming to your. Oh, okay. Instead of, so yeah, it'll be like, did we ruin the movie, or is, you know, it's going to be interesting.
Did somebody else want to see a more interesting movie?
Yeah, maybe that's what I should do. Maybe I should go see Harriet Tubman movie instead, and then when somebody shit talks me about Terminator, I'll be like, I saw the movie about the black woman. What now?
Oh,
I hope
it's to prove it
wins.
So do I. I'm with Harriet.
I do too. I do too. Because like they can't say anything, then nothing.
Yes, let's run with Harriet.
Well,
yeah,
it's the new Alita.
Yeah, folks. We had the battle of Captain Marvel versus Alita battle angels. Now we have the battle between Harriet Tubman and the Terminator.
Harriet Tubman versus the T-800.
Yeah,
who will win?
What was the hashtag that was going for Alita?
Alita challenge.
Alita challenge.
So this would be like what, the Harriet Tubman challenge.
People are saying hashtag.
I don't know. Let's not make that the hashtag. Let's not make that the hashtag.
That's what I said. That, you know, run with Harriet. You know, joke. Yeah, but see, now that'll reflect. Get that trending. Be like, oh, white guy started that.
Because you respect.
Can't win now.
Of Harriet Tubman.
Yeah, she did great things. She helped a lot of people get freedom. I'm down with that.
Yeah, we love freedom here on this channel.
You can't win for trying, damn it.
Yes, I run with Harriet.
Well, now look at over on The Guardian, they're trying to put out the whole shifting to a female-focused future overcome Terminator Dark Fate's bad buzz. No, the bad buzz comes from this shit.
Yeah, well, yeah. Once again, we're not shitting on the female aspect. We're shitting on the fact that it's going to be a shit movie.
Yeah, you're hiding behind the agenda, folks. It's all. It never works. It's like, oh, it happened. The Last Jedi made all that money. Did it? It made a lot less. People don't ever take that into account. They always just look at that as like, that's a lot of money, but it's so much less than what came before. I mean, all these movies never work. We have the female reboots, the female remakes, all these things, and it's fine. Women-led movies have made billions of dollars, but they don't ever do anything original. When they do original stuff, like Hustlers is looking like it's getting, you know, praise and stuff like that. I'm not interested, but that's going to make money based on a true story.
Yeah, it's about, yeah, of course. Like they've got the girls and the guys because it's about strippers. Like that's what it's basically about. Jennifer Lopez is like head stripper. That's what it is.
So she's the bottom bitch.
She doesn't have a big bottom though, so she might be.
It's one of the best ever.
Oh yeah.
But the thing is, look, this is like they're saying in the chat. First, it was the Force is female. Now the future is female. Well, we're going to call it the flop is female. If this movie isn't going to perform, what they're going to say, we're all sexist man babies.
God,
and we're
the flop is female. That is hard, man.
Ooh, that should be a t-shirt.
Ooh, that's a spicy meatball.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 100-mile-per-hour heat right at the dome.
Yeah, it is.
That's the one where you're intentionally throwing at the head with that one.
Are you also watching the Atlanta Phillies game?
Friday 13th. I don't have the NFL Network. Or wait,
baseball.
Atlanta. Oh, yeah, that was baseball. Yeah, I don't know. How did I miss that? Fuck it. Go Cardinals.
Go Blues.
That's right. Woo! Yes. Today is the 3-month anniversary of our crowning achievement. And I said our and we, Leif. He was pissing and moaning about that earlier today on Facebook about, I don't like it when people say we when they talk about sports teams. It's my pet peeve. I'm like, good to know.
Well, I don't like motherfuckers who talk during movies. Okay? Just saying. I'm just saying. You know?
Yeah, let's tell the audience what Leif was doing during it real quick.
Oh, he was voguing.
Yeah, and also he got drunk on his own supply, which you're never supposed to do.
That's right. You don't get drunk on your own crunk.
Yeah, you don't do that, man. This is the rule of the game. But he did, and then he became an insufferable asshole for a good 3 hours.
Extra large anus.
He kept complaining that it wasn't filmed properly.
Yeah, he's like, he kept asking me, is it 24 or is it 23.49 or 24 frames? Like, I was like, I don't know the exact difference. I have not looked at anything that detailed. I don't care. I'm trying to enjoy this movie with my friends, and you're fucking it up.
Yeah, he kept complaining. So, people are loving the flop is female. People are going nuts for it.
Jeez, the flop is female.
I should make a flop is female T-shirt with a Terminator font. I could have it out tomorrow.
Yeah,
I would say go with the Ghostbuster font, but I like that. I like the Ghostbuster franchise too much.
Yeah, people will be like, "That's so mean." Is it though?
Is it? Yeah. Well, no. Wait for the numbers to come in and then make the shirt.
Yeah.
And on November 1st, we will. November 1st, the Tubman Challenge. That's
there you go. There you go. The Tubman Challenge.
Hashtag run with Harriet and go see that movie. Let's make it number 1 worldwide.
Yeah.
Or just in North America. That's another thing. What if that one becomes like the top movie of the weekend and holds that spot for a while? How in the hell would they say we're racist at that point? They can't. We're gonna destroy the entire
that would be hilarious if that movie like ended up like Black Panther made $1 billion in a month or 6 weeks or whatever.
Yeah.
Holy shit. They couldn't say anything. Nothing.
Yeah, but as Hollywood was able to hide behind the whole, Black Panther, it's a Marvel movie, Marvel fans, blah 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 blah. They can't do that with Harriet Tubman. She's not a Marvel character.
Dude,
so that
is hilarious.
They can't hide behind the whole, America's a bunch of racist assholes thing if Harriet Tubman becomes the number 1 movie.
Oh my god. Well,
I guess for you, Hollywood.
I guess when I go watch Harriet, I'm gonna buy 3 tickets.
Yeah. I mean, I would have probably seen it anyway because me, I'm a big history person. So
I know, yeah.
But now I have extra incentive.
I feel like I should go to my local grade school that I went to and just buy the whole school tickets for the Harriet Tubman movie. I'm like, kids, it's a field trip.
Yeah, why isn't that happening? Those people
that's
out there.
That's also a very, very good point, Kendo. Why isn't that happening?
Yeah, when Black Panther was coming out, you had all those people going around Harlem buying up tickets for all the kids to go see it because it's a black superhero. Well, that was an imaginary one. This was an actual, real black superhero. This like could have been killed many times trying to essentially save people's lives. Why aren't they, buying up tickets to take them to go see the movie? Hashtag run with Harriet.
Because it's not Disney.
I
have a question for you. What's funnier? Yeah. Of the creations of this show, what's funnier, the LGBT 1000 or the flop is female?
Oh, dude, man, that's neck and neck because that LGBT 1000 thing was a big hit. I mean, people still, when we were first starting to talk about it, there was people using that in the chat. So clearly that is resonating. That was a year ago?
About, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, that was a big one. So I guess we have to wait another year to see if the flop is female is still a thing, which I'm sure it will. Folks, go ahead and make those shirts or buy them from us and then go see Kathleen Kennedy. Just point at the shirt and then, give her the finger.
What we do is we all get flop is female shirts for next Star Wars Celebration.
Oh god!
Yes,
we just hand them out to every fucking person, and then we do we all just line up and wear them. We'll get Cecil masks and flop is female shirts.
Yeah, and as they're dragging us out of the convention center, we can be screaming, "We watched the Harriet Tubman movie.
She was a hero, goddammit.
She saved people. She helped slaves get free. We're down with that."
So you know what? People are loving this episode so far.
Just Kendo just leaning into the Harry Tubman thing. I fucking love it, man. I love it.
Dr. Cofferdale says that Mike coming to California with us.
Hero.
Oh, he's coming to California with us?
If we got the floppest female flash mob.
Oh my god!
So is that how we're gonna lure people to go with us to California? We're just gonna get one big rambling RV and drive across country like just dangling floppest female T-shirts out the like get a mob just following us.
Sure, we can do that. I'll be out there already, but yes, we can do that.
Yeah, but it's not as rambling bambling.
Yeah, let me get a floppest female shirt and one MAGA hat, please, and just rip into these people.
What you do is you offer them free In-N-Out burger and a floppest female shirt. We just hand out animal style double doubles.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and then right now we have like one special shirt just for Kathleen Kennedy, the floppy female.
Floppy female. That's mean. I like it. So
I don't think it's mean considering who we're throwing that one at.
That's true. So let's see what our listeners are saying because we got a lot of people watching. So first off, Logan Michael. Anti-Funko Pop sent in a super chat that says, worst Myers mask that has appeared in the franchise or a Halloween store. So, Nick, you and I can chime in on this.
H2O is pretty damn bad. Like, it's just like a whiteout, like almost look at it as like a dull white color with like the hair standing on end like he's like his dick in a socket. It doesn't look good and it's just really awkward.
Looks like some of a shitty 80s pop video.
Yeah, like if he was in the background of a music video in the 80s, I'd be fine with that, but he wasn't. It was like in this like early 2000s, like 20-year throwback. So
I think the worst Halloween mask is Halloween 5 because he wears it on the outside of the costume instead of popping his collar like he always does. And then this Logan Michael is one of the worst looking Michael Myers masks ever. All right. This is glamour shots. This is when Michael's not chasing Laurie Strode. He's getting ready for the high school dance with Jessica and Marie. He's got a double date.
My God. Oh,
they don't know about it yet.
Yeah. Logan Michael. The worst one was on a Funko Pop because Pop gay, right, bub?
Ooh.
Burn.
Right. I'm playing to the audience.
I know. I respect that. Let's see what else we have. Crap. So, Dion's special horse, Little Biscuit. I guess I got to do the voice, right?
Hey, he's back.
Like Dion's chair, I'm also sticky. There we go.
Oh my God, it's gonna be one of those nights again.
Damn. And he's not here to suffer.
He's at home watching TV.
Playing, I don't know, whatever game he's got.
Dr. Coffindale says, sorry I moved your table at Horror Hound. It was me, Jeff. It was me all along.
Damn it, I knew it.
Awesome.
I knew it was you. You and that dog and those meddling kids.
Dude, that's a wrestling reference.
Yeah.
It's the higher power, man.
That's right.
That shows you how much I know about wrestling.
That's true. It was 20 years ago. What, a couple weeks ago? Right, Kenda?
Something like that. Yeah,
it was 1999.
Power.
Okay.
Yeah. When they strapped Austin to a cymbal.
Yeah. I love how Bruce Pritchard tries to defend that.
Yeah.
Is it
my favorite defense? No, I was gonna say my favorite Pritchard defense is when he talks about in Royal Rumble '94 when they murdered the Undertaker, and he says he wasn't murdered; he was put into a casket and ascended. I'm like, no. Dude, well, fuck. God, I love that show. Tomorrow, I wonder what they're talking about.
Nothing important. Fanatics of Film says not. Terminator, dark and floppy.
Oh,
sounds
God.
like a party boob after dark.
I don't know, man. That movie, there isn't a whole lot of dark, just a whole lot of floppy.
That's true.
Because, there's a lot of white people in that movie.
Well, here's the thing. You have the three female leads, the one girl that they are saving for some reason. Then the two guys who are Terminators are Mexicans as well, or Latin Americans, whatever you want to call them. It's kind of like, and then the only white guy is Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm like, I don't know what to do with this. This is really weird.
I'm making Monday's video. Why aren't there black people in Terminator?
There you go.
Because
like Terminator 2.
There's Miles Bennett Dyson, but he doesn't get to do anything cool. He dies. There's that cop in the first one. He dies.
That's true.
Like, why don't they get to do anything cool?
Yeah. Yep. Terminator franchise is racist. That's what it is. It's racist.
Could you imagine if we made that video as a joke and it took off and people were like, "Oh my God, Terminator is racist," and they blame us for the flop?
Yeah.
Well, they can't because Harriet's gonna win.
We're running with Harriet.
Yeah, we're running with Harriet.
Oh my God.
Harriet's Chariot, party of 4. We're going to the movie.
Oh my God.
We should go see that.
Dude, I'm down. I'm off that day. I'm gonna be celebrating Samhain and the All Hallowtide.
All right, All Saints Day. Let's see. Dr. Coffin Nails, Bad Bond Title 29. Easy come, easy kill.
Will he let him go?
No. Aaron Galaviz says Dark Fate will be a blockbuster just like The Last Jedi. That's a very loaded comment. We can interpret that many with different ways.
Yeah, that's true.
If you choose to say it'll be massively successful,
I mean,
we disagree.
Yeah. Or we can change blockbuster to ballbuster because that's really what it was.
Bikini 90 says them saying Dark Fate will perform better than Genesis is like saying you'll be the smartest person on the short bus.
Yeah.
What was the thing that the movie said? The smartest kid with Down syndrome. That was one line for them from a movie.
Was that The Ringer?
That's.
I think so. I forget.
Yeah.
It's been
I forgot Johnny Knoxville existed.
Well, he did a movie where he owned where he was
America did.
He did a movie recently where he owned a theme park or something, and he just injures himself the whole movie always. So
didn't he
dude? It was That was Jackass Light.
Didn't his eyeball pop out or something?
That's all that movie was.
Yep, during that movie.
Let's see.
Yep, his eyeball popped out. He had to get it put back in.
Do you know what Johnny Knoxville's real name is?
Johnny Hernandez.
Jonathan Knoxville.
It's really disappointing.
What is it?
Philip John Clapp.
Mr. Clapp?
Oh, he's PJ Clapp.
PJ Clapp.
He was in Men in Black 2, Dukes of Hazzard, The Ringer, Lords of Dogtown, The Last Stand. Oh, he was in an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. Shit.
Yep.
Well, he's been married multiple times. Good for him. So let's see what his net worth is. He's worth a whopping $75 million. God damn. Good for Johnny Knoxville. Ian Malcolm as Michael Crichton says, looks like Pirates of the Caribbean reboot is in trouble with Deadpool writers. They are off the project. So I didn't realize that they were rebooting Pirates of the Caribbean. I thought it was like a joke. Did you guys know this?
I thought it was a joke as well, because I kept hearing it's it's going to be a female this time or something. I'm like, of course it is. But once again, Disney was concentrating on Star Wars and MCU stuff, and I thought they were kind of just they're going to do other things before that. But yeah, didn't the last one come out a few years ago?
Yeah, and it made $1 billion or something.
Yeah. Let's see here.
So Janet Sparrow is coming to save the Black Pearl.
Well, the thing is, if you're rebooting that movie already, the first one came out in 2003. It's fresh in everyone's mind still. And for a lot of people like me, it's the best one. I love the first Pirates of the Caribbean. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, the first one came out in 2003. Dead Men Tell No Tales came out in 2017.
And how'd it do?
Let's see. Let me look at that. Where the heck?
Because there was 5 of them, right?
6. Oh, so 5. Yeah, 5. The 6th one is TBA. Let's see. All right, the budget for it was $230 million. Domestically did 172. Worldwide it did 794.
Not a bad box office haul.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never gone to see any of them except the first one in theaters, and I hated number 2 and 3. I rented those on DVD in high school.
God.
Right?
Yeah, the first one was a lot of fun. The 2 and 3 felt like Lord of the Rings movies. It was just constant walking and bullshit, and I just didn't care. I didn't care. I'm sorry.
Comes from a bygone era, but people love Lord of the Rings, so I can't knock it yet.
No, that's true. That's true. And yeah, I just didn't care for them. Well, Javier Bardem Morgan is in Dead Men Tell No Tales.
Good. He needs work.
Yeah,
But
I was worried about him.
Yeah, I was worried too. Like, he's only rich, successful, married to Penelope Cruz in a Bond movie. Like, we're worried about the guy. He's just hanging on barely.
Yeah, after he was in Mother, we're really worried about the guy. You know.
Shit, I was worried about myself.
Yeah.
I was worried about you
God, I'm
too.
watching this again. Yeah,
I
what happened
literally
to the
passed
good old days? Yeah, you did. You fell asleep a little bit. Lucky.
Not just fell asleep. Like, I remember I had a ton of energy that day, and all of a sudden, as we were watching this, my body just went.
Well, that movie will do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll just drain you.
Cure for Insomnia. Watch Mother, directed
Yeah.
by Darren Aronofsky, starring Jennifer Lawrence and Javier Bardem Morgan.
Yeah, or
yeah, and it was
have a really good day, and you want to ruin it. Watch Mother.
Jeez. Well, and that, and also some studio spent $40 million on that movie.
Ew.
Yeah, that's the budget, $40 million.
It's one of those times where you say,
they
you know
never
what?
made back.
Maybe we should feed the children. You know, that money is better spent, like, you know, feeding and clothing the homeless.
Something, anything.
Opinionated Junkie says Skype husters. It's about drugging people.
Okay.
I don't know what huster is.
I don't know, but those people don't run with Harriet, so I ain't in.
Cadis82 says, Hail WCBS. Thank you, Cadis. Matt Joseph says, Nick, Greg Sestero ain't coming.
No, he isn't.
You had one job, damn it, one job.
Salvador says, Feminator, Dark Lape. Starring Elizabeth Warren as the T-4700.
That's true.
Chewbacca fan 0824 The Virgin says, here we go again with the toxic masculinity. You guys are just scared of strong female leads in movies. A hero doesn't always have to have a penis.
No, sometimes she's depicted as wearing like drab clothing and saves people from the antebellum South. Hashtag Run with Harriet. Go see that movie.
Ooh,
a real hero.
Oh shit.
And
nobody can argue with you about that at all. Nobody can argue with you about that.
No, everything I just said was historically accurate.
Yeah.
GLaDOS Gaming says, hello, guys. Wanted to say thank you. Party boob.
Party boob indeed, sir.
Party boob.
Thank you, GLaDOS Gaming. American Trent 007 says, I'm back. Terminator should go back.
They should take Terminator out back and shoot him in the head like old Yeller.
Oh.
Nah, dude, they should just take him out back and drop him in the old pit of lava.
That too.
And then give him a thumbs down, like in fucking.
And then while they're at it, get copies of every Terminator movie since T2 and just throw them in there with it. Just be like, yeah, we're done.
Yep.
This is how you retcon something properly.
And finally, we're gonna move on to our next topic after this one. Dante Reese says, glad I stopped giving a damn after T3. Wokenator Dank Flop is gonna blow harder than Terminator 3 and all other irrelevant Terminators.
Run with Harriet.
That's right. Hashtag Run with Harriet. Go see that.
Yeah.
See what'll probably be a better movie.
One more point I just want to make is it's so funny how they're always trying to blame these movies on the failure of white men. Scott Mendelson did it last year with Solo. In this article that I'm going to make a video about, they're trying to do it for John Carter, which the movie was just rough. They're trying to blame it on all these other movies. So, folks, if Terminator looks stupid to you, vote with your wallet. You guys know what to do. You're all smart people because you listen to this show. And it's going to be very interesting to see in November if a biopic about Harriet Tubman with the support of millions and millions of people can beat Terminator. But let's hope so.
Gotta hope so. I really do hope so.
Yeah, I'm legit going to go see that movie. I totally am.
Oh, me too. I'm going to go watch it.
With Terminator. Let's go see Harriet Tubman movies.
I don't think we'll be with it because isn't Halloween on a Thursday this year?
Yeah.
We're going to have a Halloween celebration on the channel. I'm not going to be spry the next morning.
Then go see it at night like I'm going to.
Oh, okay. We have an underground railroad freedom center here in town.
Yeah.
It's right across
There's a place. No, go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say, it's literally across the river from the theater I'm going to go see it at. So there we go.
Yeah. I was going to say, there's some places in and around where I live at that was underground railroad stuff that was helping people get across the river to Illinois.
Well, one thing too, I saw this pop up in the chat. These movie studios do forget about the demographics that go see these movies. Like, if you're gonna make a movie, a Star Wars movie, and you're gonna shit on the audience, well, they're not gonna come back. If you make an action movie and you shit on the dudes that would go pay, top dollar to go see Terminator because they either watched it growing up or with family, or they were just, old enough to see it when it was new. Like, I guarantee you, there's a 50-year-old dude that's like, you know what? I've seen every Terminator in theater, and then they're like, we don't want your kind, so you just don't show up. And that's dumb. Like, what studio thinks that's a smart idea?
Yeah, I don't get the whole shitting. Like, you're making this movie and you're shitting on your audience. Like, I don't get it. Don't get it at all.
Yeah, I mean, that's the part I don't understand. That tactic doesn't work. If anybody that's ever worked in a customer service industry, if you go, dumping on the people in the store, you get fired. If we decided that next week's episode was we're going to get on here and we're just going to shit talk all of you, our subscriber count would go to hell. And then we'd be like, I wonder why that happened. No, we know why that happened. But for some reason, you're allowed to, in Hollywood, shit talk the hell out of the audience and put them down and then blame them for not showing up.
Yep. They get to play the victim twice.
Yeah. It's like, this movie isn't for you. You guys all suck. Go to hell. Don't watch our movie. Oh, you motherfuckers didn't come see our movie. That's why I lost money. Well,
because I wanted to go see Hobbs and Shaw, and it was wonderful. It was hilarious. It was a damn good time. It was. I might go watch it again. I'm gonna own it on Blu-ray. It is a great movie. It is action. It has a ridiculous amount of action in it that is also over the top and ridiculous. It was great, and everybody should go see it and support it. I mean, I hope they get 2 more movies. I mean, it's the kind of movie we need.
Nick, you can calm down. They're going to make more Fast and Furious movies.
I need more.
Nick, take it easy. Your Samoan is showing.
Oh shit! I need to put my pants.
Please pull them up.
Yeah, we do this show with your pants on.
I'm looking at the chat. I think Rambo is going to beat the hell out of this Terminator.
Oh God, when's Rambo coming out?
Okay, Google. Rambo: Last Blood.
Rambo: Last Blood is a 2019 movie directed by Adrian Grunberg, starring Sylvester Stallone, Paz Vega, and Yvette Monreal.
Ooh, Paz Vega. All right, I like
it's coming out next week.
Oh shit, it is.
Yeah, it's coming out next week.
Up, John Rambo. They drew first blood.
I can't wait to see that movie because the last Rambo kicked so much ass.
It did. It was violent as shit.
Yeah. Dude, he shot that guy through the neck with the arrow. It was awesome.
Oh yeah, dude.
Dude, the arrow through the eye that went through his other eye.
Yeah, and he was saving Dexter's wife.
Yeah. Too bad Dexter couldn't save his own wife.
That's right. Rambo saved her only for John Lithgow to kill her.
Well, John Lithgow's crazy, so even Rambo.
Who would win in a fight between John Rambo and John Lithgow? That should be our poll for the week.
You know what? It's going to be right now. Let's keep talking.
Yeah.
Poll.
All right, so folks, our Twitter poll of the week, go vote on it. Who would win in a fight, John Rambo or John Lithgow? And my vote's on John Lithgow because the man is talented. He's a fantastic actor, comedic, dramatic, whatever. He was the reason why Dexter season 4 was the best. And he also wrote children's books. I mean, the dude can do anything.
He's gonna make Sylvester Stallone like laugh at like last time he's gonna pee his pants.
Not Sylvester Stallone, John Rambo.
Oh, sorry, John Rambo.
We have a real man, John Lithgow, fighting against a fictional character in John Rambo.
Yeah, he's gonna do his impression from Third Rock from the Sun, and he's gonna make him pee himself.
Oh, good point was made here. Stallone and Lithgow were in Cliffhanger, but John Rambo was not in Cliffhanger with John Lithgow. So you have a bit of a connection, just not the connection.
Yeah.
Remember, this is a hypothetical, folks. Fictional character versus real man.
Folks, the poll is up. So make sure you guys go vote right now. It's pinned to our Twitter. No one has voted yet. So we're going to keep watching this tweet, this poll the rest of the night. But yeah, I forgot about Rambo and how excited I am to see this movie. And now, full transparency, I've never seen Rambo 3, but I've seen all the other ones. Either the fourth or the first one's my favorite. What about you guys?
The one before this one was a lot of fun. I watched that and I was like, man, they really brought it. They really brought it out, hard. It was a lot of fun, especially the whole machine gun scene. Holy crap.
When I was, I went and saw it in college with this girl. She was freaking out during that scene because the guy turned to me. Remember?
Yeah, yeah, he does. He just turns to turns to ground meat.
What a great movie.
Oh yeah,
let's check out our poll real quick. Oh my God. All right, so we only got 19 votes so far, but 63% in favor of John Rambo, 37% in favor of John Lithgow.
Come on, people. Why can't we just do the token John Lithgow wins?
I was hoping John
Let's do that. Wow. I want John Lithgow to win because then we can tweet to him that, hey, look, in our poll, you were voted as.
All of a sudden, it just jumped to 100% John Lithgow. Twitter just.
Yeah.
I'll send you guys that picture.
Lithgow wins. If John Lithgow wins this poll, we will do everything we can to get an audience with him on the channel.
I would love to have John Lithgow on the channel.
Dude, that'd be fun as hell, man.
Dude, I would fucking die for that. It'd be like, oh my God, I have so many questions to ask you because you are truly a great actor. My first ever movie I saw in theaters was Harry and the Hendersons, and you were in it.
Oh my God.
I cried when you punched Harry and told him to go back to the woods. Of course, I was 5, so I was allowed to do that, but still something.
Hey, Kendo, somebody in the chat said Hot Shots Part 2 is the best Rambo movie.
Well, in terms of parodying Rambo, yeah, that's up there because Charlie Sheen's character pretty much is Rambo in Hot Shots Part 2. In UHF, Weird Al Yankovic does a parody of Rambo.
Oh yeah,
when he's flying in the little helicopter in his dream sequence. He's just like, and then just blowing shit up.
You mean this right here?
Great.
Oh, dude, Hot Shots is
yeah. UHF, it's him and Michael Richards.
Yeah,
before he got into a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
God, I love the Hot Shots movies. They're ridiculous. I love them so much.
Yeah, the first one was a parody of just any
of Top
flight
Gun
movies. Well, Top Gun, Flight of the Intruder, pretty much anything like 80s flyboy movie. It was making fun of that, and then the second one was pretty much parodying the entire movie genre of going to save people from imprisonment behind enemy lines. One of the best scenes is where Charlie Sheen is just standing there with the machine gun, just fucking unloading, and there's like a kill count meter going in the corner.
Oh yeah,
and then like each time he hits a milestone, it like shows that it's like more kills than Rambo, more kills than this, and then at the end, like he hits another one. It's like the most bloodiest movie of all time, and like the fanfare's going off. It's funny as hell.
Oh God, I think isn't the actor from the first Rambo movies is also in that movie?
Colonel Troutman?
Yeah, he's in the movie.
Yeah. So was John Cryer. I think he's in the first Hot Shots, but I don't think he's in the second one.
Oh, Ducky.
Might be. Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, I love those movies.
Mr. Bean's in the second Hot Shots.
Yeah, he is.
Was he now?
Yeah.
Yeah. The guy that they saved, the girl that Charlie Sheen's character's in love with, husband or whatever, it's Mr. Bean. They save him, and then he tries to take a picture of him at the end, and he keeps backing up and falls off a cliff.
Yep. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
I love Rowan Atkinson. That man is a fantastic comedic actor.
Yeah. I'm surprised he was. They should put him in the Avengers somewhere in the MCU somewhere.
Fuck no. No. Like I could get down for like funny shit. That would be terrible. Oh my God.
Folks, we need to start an online petition to reboot Iron Man starring Rowan Atkinson.
Oh my God,
Tony Stark.
Well, you guys can start that.
He can play the Italian version. He can be Antonio Starco.
Another great comedic actor right here. Look at your screen.
Oh God.
Oh, Nick Cage. Slick Nick.
Yep. So you guys want to hear some bad news?
Oh God.
Sure.
Is he alive?
Reboot is in the works at Paramount.
Oh.
Off.
Okay.
Paramount is bringing back Face Off. The high concept action movie is getting a reboot via 21 Jump Street scribe Oren Uzelli. John Travolta and Nick Cage starred in the 1997 action thriller from John Woo, which centers on two arch enemies exchanging each other's identities and faces. Story follows FBI agent Sean Archer, who is tracking down terrorist Castor Troy. When Troy boards a plane in Los Angeles that crashes and severely injured, Archer undergoes surgery to remove his face and replace it with Troy in order to go undercover as the criminal. In a twist, Troy then awakens from the coma and forces the doctor who performed the surgery to give him Archer's face. I love Face Off. It's such a good
Oh
movie.
yeah, I love it too. It's terrible and stupid, but God, it's a great movie.
Oh, wait, you good looking.
God.
This goes to show you how stupid Hollywood truly is. It's like, hey, we're remaking this, we're rebooting that. You're rebooting.
You know what? Go ahead and reboot Broken Arrow too while you're at it. Just go ahead and do that movie too. That was a shit 90s action movie. Just go ahead and do that too. I don't know.
Yeah, well, you know what? Why don't we just have him reboot the whole Nick Cage library at this point, starting with Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, starring Shia LaBeouf.
It's true. Yeah.
So the thing is, Face Off had a budget of $80 million. It made $245 million in 1997 money. 2 weeks later, Con Air would open up and make a whole shitload of money too.
Oh God.
Nicolas Cage was maybe the premier action star of 1997.
Hold on. When did The Rock
That was
come
on the heels
out?
of The Rock in 96.
96. Okay. All right.
This is so. I just like. This is the dumbest remake possible. Seriously. Like,
oh God.
Face
Please
Off is so
tell me it's going to be two females who are going to be, facing off.
Oh, dude, I know exactly what you do. So in the scenario that I've got in Face Off, it should be Brie Larson and Tessa Thompson. And you think that they hate each other, but it turns out they switch identities to help them take on the patriarchy even better.
Jeez.
I think it should be Michael Cera and Idris Elba. And they do a whole Soul Man thing on top of taking the face off. And so they're like, oh my God, Sean Archer, how come you're a foot shorter and you have the bone structure of a 14-year-old girl? Oh, sorry. It was just a rough day at the office. Like the first one is such a stretch that Nicolas Cage and John Travolta could switch bodies. I mean, John Travolta's not exactly a small man, and Nicolas Cage is bald as shit.
Yeah, I mean, if they made that movie nowadays, it totally would work because they could do the CGI and stuff. But in 1997, they have that technology. Well, I mean, they probably would look terrible, but it worked.
Nick, what are your thoughts on the movie Face Off?
I loved it. I watched a lot as a kid. Shouldn't have, but I did. Thanks, Mom. Yeah, the thing, especially him trying to talk without a face was kind of like a little bit horrifying because like you heard it and I was like, oh, this sounds so gross. And they showed him without a face and like the reflection of the doctor's glasses. At one point, I'm just like, oh. It reminded me of the surgery scene in RoboCop 2, where like they take that drug dealer dude and like just break him all the way down to like brain, eyeballs, and spine and put him into the robot. It kind of reminds me of that a little bit.
Well, I mean, this is what I think of also from Face Off, this scene right here. What do you think of that?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
One of the greatest memes of all time.
Yeah. My reaction when I found out the remake in Face Off.
Jeez.
You know what they could do?
What?
They could do the Face Off remake, and it could be starring Sean and Marlon Wayans. I think that could work. They can make a stupid comedy. Where they take off their faces. And
oh my God!
So Black Face Off, White Chicks 2, the musical. It'd be great.
Folks, give us your best Face
Oh.
Off.
Oh my God! I want the one that Kendo said. I want that one. I'll pay money to go watch that.
Nick, pitch yours.
Let's see. Amy Schumer and Rebel Wilson.
No one's gonna notice the difference.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That could be. Ooh, never mind. We'll talk about that off air.
Oh, jeez.
Idea.
Dion would go see that, and he'd be turgid the entire time. That's
true. He would. Two ugly, non-talented white women. Yeah, he loves them.
He'll use his favorite word, thickums. Ooh.
Yeah. Them sugar walls.
Oh my God.
You're predisposed for diabetes. Please don't. You are my best friend. Please don't die.
I love Lisa so much.
Face Off with The Rock and Kevin Hart.
Oh, don't say that because they might do that. They might do
That
that.
one actually could possibly work in a bad way.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Because they do have some crazy chemistry together at work, but we don't want
What
that.
are you saying? You are too quiet right now.
You're trailing off, Kendo. We can't hear
Sorry.
you.
Oh, I was saying that could work in a bad way because they've got really crazy chemistry together, and we don't want them to get that idea because it'll make money and then they'll keep doing
that's
it.
true.
So I just, I was very taken aback when they were going to do this because this movie's so fun, it's so dumb, and it's perfect. It doesn't need when he comes back at the end and he has his face back, and because remember he's trying to get revenge on Castor Troy for shooting his son. Remember?
Yeah.
Because Castor Troy was trying to kill Sean Archer, aka John Travolta, and he's on that merry-go-round with his son, and he shoots him, and he has a mustache, not the kid. John Travolta.
Oh shit! So he was trying to get him back for Chip Travolta and was it Friday the 13th Part 5? Yeah.
Roll away! Oh my god. Yeah, this is not John.
There's people that.
Film.
I was gonna say there's people that haven't listened to our channel for very long now. What the fuck are they talking about? Chip Travolta.
Yeah.
Folks, just go
Just
back
bear
to
with us,
her last year's commentaries on Friday the 13th Part 5. Oh no, it's 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yep.
Schlocktoberfest, folks,
Channel.
is coming back. Be on the lookout.
Yeah.
It's going to be a little different this year, but a lot of fun. We're not going to do, what do we do? An 8 movie?
Halloween, yeah, we
it
did.
was a
We
12-hour
started
live
at
stream,
10 in the
was.
morning.
Yeah, that's not happening this year.
No.
No, sorry.
But folks, if you have special requests for stuff you would like to hear about covered on Schlocktoberfest, send it to worldclassbs@mail.com. The best with the subject line of Schlocktoberfest ideas.
Hey, dude,
Maybe we'll pick yours.
Speaking of our email, should we offer our first trivia question?
I think we should.
Okay. So, folks, over the weekend, and now for those that have left the chat, sorry, this is a first come first serve thing. So over the weekend we did a PO box unboxing, and we were gifted 12 copies of Alita Battle Angel, 4K Blu-ray, 3D, all that, the giant version. The listeners sent in 12 and said, keep a copy for each of you and spread the word to the crew. So because you guys love the channel so much, and we love you right back, we're going to be giving away copies of Alita for the next couple podcast episodes, and they'll be mailed to you free of charge. All you got to do is answer our trivia question, which you cannot answer in the chat. So you have to get your email address ready. So don't send it in this chat right now, because if I see it, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to answer the proper question. It's the first person to get it to the email. So the email account is worldclassbs@mail.com. Yes, mail.com. There's no Gmail or email. It's just mail.com. Kendo will be the person to check it out. And do we have an idea for a good trivia question, or should I make one up? Should I make one up podcast related?
Well, the one that I had that I shot you the other day is podcast related, kind of.
Well, then you know what? That'll be the first one. So for those out there, folks, get ready. Kendo, what is the question?
Well, first I want to let the people know that email in their answers. You have to put in the subject line episode 188 trivia, because if that's not in the subject line, it just says no subject or here's my answer or anything like that, I ain't gonna read it, because you're not following the rules, and them's the rules. So you got to do in the subject episode 188 trivia. So the trivia question is this: two of us on the show have all-time favorite songs, but they're not the same. The connection is the artist behind the song. So what we're looking for is the artist and which two people is it. So I mean, if you want to give the bonus of the two songs, have at it. And it's been mentioned numerous times on the podcast throughout the years.
All right. I love how 20 people left as soon as we started talking about giving away a trivia question and a free gift.
Yeah.
It's like, they're not making fun of Terminator anymore. I can't stay.
They're not talking about Terminator or Star Wars.
We're not talking about Star Wars. We need to leave. Sorry.
Shit, we talked about Star Wars extensively last week. We had a hell of a
dude. Yeah.
So there you go, folks. That's trivia. You need to send us the answers to Which two people share a common artist when it comes to one of their all-time favorite songs of all time?
There we go. First person to answer that, Kendo's watching the email now. First person to answer it will get a free copy of Alita Battle Angel on Blu-ray, 4K, whatever, HD streaming and all that stuff. So you can't answer it here. You got to shoot us an email.
Y'all, super sexy edition of Alita Battle Angel on all the formats and looking like really sweet on the TV. I had mine on my 4K and it looked pretty cool.
Yeah. So you guys, if you don't win today, there's a chance next week and many other weeks because we have many, many copies. So be prepared. So let's see what else we got on the docket for tonight.
The Don docket.
The Don. I mean, that's kind of gross, but whatever. So sometimes Hollywood and Disney actually make mistakes in reporting news.
No.
Yeah, right?
I don't believe it for a second.
I do too. Check this out. So we've all talked about Kathleen Kennedy and her mistake of letting Star Wars be licensed to the Turner Broadcasting stuff for the TV rights. But apparently Star Wars is on Disney Plus and it still has the 20th Century Fox fanfare. Now, I don't know about you guys, but when I think of Star Wars, I honestly think of the 20th Century Fox fair that rolls right into the Star Wars theme. What about you guys?
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Not with the Disney logo or the cast or any other that crap. We just want the Fox logo is what it's supposed to be, and I find that hilarious that it's like that on Disney Plus. That's beyond funny. Oh,
yeah,
man.
so it goes against all the stuff they had been saying about how there's not Star Wars because apparently they're doing beta testing, and if you're signing up for Disney Plus, you probably are beta. No offense.
Oh.
Did you see what they did to make it seem real cheap? They're like, hey, get Disney Plus for like $5 a month, but pay for 3 years all at once right now.
Yeah,
like they wanted you to pay $150 for 3 years, I think, for all of it right up front. I was just like, no, what? Who does 3 years at once? A year, yeah, annually is fine. 3 years at once? That's one hell of a commitment.
I will tell you this. After I signed up for the DC streaming service, I will never pay for a year in advance of any kind of streaming service.
No.
The DC streaming service was one of the biggest mistakes I've ever made financially. Well, that's extreme. That's whatever. But my point I'm trying to make is like I bought it, pre-bought it, it's like you buy 12 months, you get 3 months free, all this stuff. I have yet to watch something on it. I bought it for the channel. I thought we're going to review Batman the Animated Series. We're going to do all kinds of fun watch-alongs. It doesn't have a damn PlayStation app. It has an Xbox app. It has an Apple TV app. It has all these other things. The one system I need it for to stream onto my TV, it does not work. It is not a very well thought out streaming service. It's like, well, they got Doom Patrol, they got Titans. That's awesome. If I can't watch it outside of on my computer, I don't want to. You know why I like Hulu so much? It's on my phone, it's on my computer, it's on my PlayStation, it's on a tablet, it's everywhere. The Warner Brothers streaming service, DC streaming service, poorly executed. They tried to have a store and all these exclusives, and don't recommend. I just don't recommend it. So I would never, ever pay for a full year or 2 years or 5 years of any streaming service because no. What about you guys?
No, I mean, I know Shudder's doing a thing right now. If you pay for the year up front, you get something cool. But that's Shudder, and I've had that for a while, and I watched the crap out of that, so that's fine.
Shudder's also $3 a month.
Yeah, it's really really cheap. I couldn't do that. I just couldn't. That's too much, man. 3 years up front, no. They want all that money right now so they can pay for all the hard drives they have to buy to store all their damn movies on and all the bandwidth. That's the biggest expense of any VOD service is storage of the stuff, accessibility, and the bandwidth you have to buy to have it play out and things like that. That's the biggest part of it.
Dude, they're basically getting you to pay all this money up front so they can pay for buying 20th Century Fox because they lost money last quarter.
Yep, that's what they want. That's what they want to do.
Their stock dropped again because Apple announced their streaming service. It was only $4.99 a month, and so I got a video coming out about streaming services. I'm calling it, whatever. You can watch the video. I'm not giving out my ideas for free. Got to watch the video. But my point is, it's not looking good for us, the consumer. It's not like you can. Here's the thing. I'm not looking for free anything. There's no such thing as a free lunch. All I'm looking for is a good product at a fair price. And Disney and all these other companies, they're like, oh, buy out so far in advance. And then they can just dick you along for fucking ever. That's all it's going to be. That's how streaming services are going to work in the future. Oh, get 3 free months when you buy a year or 2 years or this or that. And you'll just regret it because you won't use it. You'll have too many options, too many, other things to do in your life.
Yeah, I think what's going to happen is, once again, I think piracy is going to come back hardcore. People are going to start doing that a lot more, and I think the three giants are going to kind of stay where they are. They might fluctuate in their top, stuff, but even then, if you really don't want the streaming services, don't give them your money, and if they start losing money, they'll start not being streaming services anymore, because it happened with the Criterion Collection used to be on Hulu.
Yeah.
And then they just like, oh yeah, we're gonna have our own thing. It's like you have a bunch of awesome like artsy content for people who are into that, but nobody is going to single you out and pay $5 or $6 a month to just watch those movies. That's not gonna happen. They're wonderful movies, and you being part of Hulu is great. But nobody, like with the VOD, I think they had the VOD service for around a year. And it failed. They had to cut it out and quit. And I was like, just go back to being on Hulu. It's fine. Just do that. It's okay.
WWE Network tried to pull that shit, and when they first came out, there was the whole it's $9.99 a month with but you had to have like a 6-month commitment. So that means you're not paying $9.99 a month. You're paying $60 because you have to have a 6-month commitment. But after like a month or so, they got rid of the commitment thing, because they dropped it down to where it was just $9.99 a month. You could go month to month with no commitment.
Yeah, well, even theirs was expensive to start out with, and I think they've lost subscribers. Correct?
Well, they've lost subscribers because of anything the network's doing. It's got more to do with the shittiness that is WWE these days. Because I had the network for a long time, and I still did, because of all the great old content that's on there, like all the old pay-per-views, all the old WCW stuff, ECW stuff. I watched like nothing new except for the occasional pay-per-view as background noise if I was doing something else. But I spent most of my time watching the old stuff. So that was the only reason why I had the network. But yeah, no, they're losing subscribers just because the state of WWE is garbage.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they tried that with the commitment and it didn't work.
Well, people keep talking about piracy, and definitely we'll see a rise in online piracy, because they're taking away. I think Doomcock had a video about how they don't have Disney Star Wars Blu-rays in stores anymore. And I don't know if it's because people aren't buying them. That's really not how it works. I bet they took them out because they're launching the streaming service, and they want you to excuse me, they want you to have to. It's like, oh, I need to watch Star Wars. You have to get Disney Plus, and you should buy it this far in advance. It's like, here's the thing, folks. For anyone out there listening, please do not get duped into getting a streaming service to watch Star Wars, because Star Wars is probably the most bought movie in history. It exists on every fucking format, almost. If you need a copy of Star Wars, go to your local half-price bookstore, jump onto Amazon. All these people are going to sell you copies of Star Wars. If you don't want the Blu-ray, you can get the DVD. If you don't want the DVD, you can get the VHS. If you don't want the VHS, you can get the Laserdisc. It exists in so many different ways. There's tons and tons of Star Wars. Same with a lot of these Disney movies. They exist on VHS, DVD, and Blu-ray, and you can find them pretty damn cheap. So don't get duped. There are certain things like Spider-Man, the animated series from 1994, that doesn't exist on a home media format in the U.S., but it does exist in other countries, and people will find a way to watch it. So, this whole false scarcity that they're trying to create by swooping in and taking out their movies from stores isn't going to hurt the consumer. It's going to hurt Disney, because it's like, oh, I really wanted to see Avengers Endgame. The biggest movie of all time. There's a Blu-ray on every store in your corner. Just go get one. Just go pick up a copy. Don't be duped. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I think there was something happened with what was it? Redbox as well with Disney, where Disney wouldn't give them discounted DVDs anymore. So Redbox is like, well, we're just going to buy them through Amazon, and they did. And then there was a court case, and it's like, well, they can't do anything because they legally purchased those DVDs and they put them in their machines. And the court was like, yeah, Redbox is fine. Go deal with it, Disney.
Yeah. So. Yeah. I found it funny that they're using this as like everything is this Disney Plus streaming service. And if it fails, I don't say Disney goes under, but I think it'll really put them in their place. And I think they expect too much out of their audience. I think Disney is at a point where it's like, well, we've made billions of dollars from Marvel movies. We can do this, we can do that, and we can stroke the audience. But like, look, Galaxy's Edge has not done well on either coast. It's an overpriced theme park that people aren't buying shit for. It's like a ghost town out in California, and I don't know the exact numbers for Florida, so I can't really comment too much on it. But the point I'm trying to get at is, you go and you do basically you take something people love, you bastardize it, you create your own version, and then people don't go. So then you're going to jack up prices for a streaming service. You're going to jack up prices for all these things, and eventually people will say no. And that's why I see with Disney, if Disney Plus doesn't do the buku numbers that they're expecting or that the media wants it to do. You know, it's like, we get our free streaming service if we promote it on our website. That's awesome.
Yeah. And also, I think I may have heard this and there was a rumor or something like that, but Amazon may not let the Disney Plus app on its Fire players. And then Apple may not let the Disney app on its Apple TVs or Apple devices, or even let it have an app or anything in its store. So
that'd be stupid.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they want it to be exclusive. They want people to, you know, if they have an Apple device, they want Apple TV to be, your Apple whatever it is, their streaming service to be their main thing. And I get that, but I mean, if they're willing to block Disney and like just sort of cock block them, that would be hilarious. That would be beyond funny for them to do that.
So is Apple TV going to be all exclusive Apple content, or are they going to get other licensed stuff? Like, it's getting too confusing right now.
Well, no, they're doing. I think they have one show they're banking on, which I've seen trailers for every now and again. But they are trying to get other content and things like that, and have that be part of their network. But all these places are hiring writers and people to make movies and TV shows and things like that, so they can have their own content and be like, hey, we got this really awesome show. You have to come watch it, but you got to pay for it. And I think if you have an Apple device, it's free. If you don't, it's going to cost you X amount per month or something. So
$5,
probably $5. Yeah, around $5 per month, I'd say.
Yeah.
Well, no, they already announced.
Or
it.
you can use
never
that
mind.
$5 to join our Patreon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Screw all these VOD services. Give us your money.
Well, what can they find?
Yeah.
All kinds.
We have an update on the poll.
Oh, okay. You want an
So
update?
with 99 votes, yeah, I got it. I was gonna say with 99 votes in right now, Rambo is leading John Lithgow 62-38.
Ooh.
And we've gotten several answers to the trivia question. They've rolled in, and people are on the right track, but I don't think they actually understand exactly what we're looking for here. So I'm going to repeat the question. Two of us on the show have a connection through a musical artist composer, in which we share that as a link to our favorite songs of all time, but they're not the same song. They're two different songs, and the link is the person that created them. And then, there you go.
So let me rephrase that. Who is the artist of two of our favorite songs? We've talked about it a lot. So
yes, and which two of us share that connection? Because it's not. So, for example, incorrect answer. Joe Bob and Billy Bob love Don Dokken, but the one favorite song is the Dream Warriors, and the other one is a different Dokken song, Into the Fire. There you go.
I didn't even know a different Dokken.
That's what we're looking for.
Now here we go. Let's sweeten the deal. If you guess the basic answer of the musical artist, you get the Alita. If you can guess which two bullshitters we're talking about, I'm going to send you a free World Class Bullshitter sticker in the mail as well. So
yeah, and if you can get all five, if you can get the which two, the artist, and each of the songs that aren't the same songs, I'll tweet you and congratulate you. Or no, World Class Bullshitters will tweet you and congratulate you.
yeah.
There you
go. Let's go back to some of our super chats from the listeners. Our friend Fanatics of Film says it was about memories and the ability to lose them and recall them, and the power that they may have over you if you don't release them or embrace them. So I think that's a pretty good interpretation of it. Kenda, would you agree with that?
I'm going to agree with it because it probably makes a lot of sense, but I will admit to the fact that I fell asleep during a good 45 minutes of that movie, and I really do not remember much about it.
That's the common.
That's why I'm going to see it again this weekend.
God, yeah, it was really long, and there was a lot of information in there, and the sequences were just like, it was.
Do you agree with Fanatics of Film statement? It's about memories and the ability to lose them, recall them, and the power that they might have over if you don't release them or embrace them.
Yes.
Yes,
I
I
agree.
do.
To me, that reminds me of the Mike scene at the very end, because as soon as he embraces and then releases them, he releases the memories, he's able to just move on and leave Derry, and it was a really good scene. I mean, really basically driving out of town, but what it represented was pretty damn cool.
Well, it worked out for him because he left Derry and he got a job with Old Spice.
Yeah.
So, everyone's like feels bad for him. He's like, man, he's had a bad life. He's lived in Derry and he's been crippled by all this. Well, then they defeated Pennywise. He left Derry and now he's the old guy. So I think he landed on his feet really well.
I did love how in the movie, James McAvoy's like writing a script for a movie, and the movie takes place on Warner Brothers lot.
Yeah.
Well, that was funny.
Let's see. Our friend Hostile Bogey Inbound says Crazy Taxi is the best on Dreamcast.
Oh my god, I forgot about that game.
That was a great game.
I played that so much. And that crazy soundtrack of that game. Was it Offspring, I think?
Yeah, it was just the Offspring song. It played over and over again. Yeah.
Is that what it was? It was just that one Offspring song played over? Okay.
I have no clue what they said in the song either. I just remember playing Crazy Taxi is BD Joe and a Class S license and all this shit.
There we go. Yeah. God, that game was fun. Oh man. The arcade version not so much, but the console version was a lot of fun.
We have a winner.
We have a winner.
Yes. The trivia is to American Trent 007. Or do we say, Chet, you don't count?
To be fair, we just opened it up to anybody.
That's true. So from now on, everybody but Chet can win. But yes, he guessed correctly. The two are me and Jeff, and the connection is Harold Faltermeyer. And then do we want to give him the song?
Yeah, since he didn't get it, we'll just I don't have to give him a sticker, but he'll get us a Alita copy.
Yeah, so congratulations, Chet. Copy of Alita, and you can never win again because you know too much.
Trent, shoot me a private message on Facebook with your address, and I will mail that to you.
Yes. And the song, for those of you guys that are listening, Midnight's Edge After Dark got that one correctly with Axel F. That's for Jeff. And if you don't know that, you are definitely not a fan of this channel because Jeff only mentions it, 65 times a day.
Yeah. I listened to it 75 times.
That's right.
Also, this is the first trip we had where I didn't hear that song at all.
I played it.
Yeah, I heard it.
When you went to go get your pizza, I played it.
That's what it was.
Yeah. And then you guys in unison can answer my favorite song. One of my favorite songs of all time, probably my actual favorite song, comes from Harold Faltermeyer. What is it?
Top Gun Anthem.
Ding, ding, ding. You win.
Yay, I get a copy of Alita.
Hooray.
Yeah. And then after I listen to that, I always have to listen to Highway to the Danger Zone.
Great song.
By Kenny Mother Effin' Loggins.
Meeby Pirates says Seaman made the Dreamcast. You remember Seaman? The fish with the man's face?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that.
What's his name? Yeah, the nerd did a video about that.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Yeah, that was a.
I'll show you a picture of it.
Yeah, strange thing. I remember that being a thing way back when.
It looks like Ike Barinholtz. Sorry, I'm about to show something on the stream that might offend the sense of. Well, we have 666 people watching. I think they can handle it with that number.
Oh, especially I was gonna say at that number, anything can happen.
There we go, folks. This is early video gaming.
I remember that.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah, if you folks want to get an in-depth discussion about that, go see the Video Game Nerd. He did a video about that was fantastic. It's about 2-3 years ago, maybe.
Yeah. Raiders of the Lost Flick says they could have saved a lot of money by just bringing back the cast of Terminator, Sarah Connor Chronicles, and releasing a new season on Hulu. Are you guys well versed in that show, or have you even seen it?
No, I've never seen it.
Never watched it.
I haven't watched it. I know Summer Glau's in it, and it was really popular for a little bit. That's the weird thing is like when these these studios bring back like a TV show, it always feels a little different. There's I guess Family Guy is the exception to when it came back in 2005. It still felt like Family Guy.
Yeah.
The show had never left. a lot of these shows, these live action ones, they come back, and the actors age, so that's within reason. But it's like there's something off, and I'm worried that a show, I guess it's just from what, 03, right? 2003, they would be more focused on making it modern instead of continuing on how the show was created, 16 years ago. But I mean, I know a lot of people would get excited for it. Put it on.
Yeah, and I think it died during the writer's strike because like it was going hard, and then the writer's strike happened in that era, and like a bunch of shows went downhill, man. Oh, was it the recession? It was one of the two. Something happened, and everything went to shit.
It was Black Monday. That's what was the problem.
That's what it was.
People were jumping out the windows when the stock market crashed.
Oh yeah.
1929, right? I don't know exactly the dates. I'm not a history buff. Dante Reeves says the only good thing about T3 was that the blonde broad Christiana Loken, which I was jerking my joystick off every time I saw her on screen.
Dude, TMI, bro. TMI.
Yeah, Dante. Every time she appeared on screen?
I mean,
hopefully you didn't go to the theater, Pee Wee Herman.
Or you had some Jergens, because at the end of that movie, your crank would be raw and sore.
Admiral Tiberius, thank you very much. It's a tragedy that Dion is doing things he should be ashamed of, because I think being on this amazing podcast would be better.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're in the Facebook page, his Instagram or Twitter or whatever, send him a message. Tell him
blow
his up. Yeah, blow him up. Yeah, definitely.
And tell him he's a dick for not being at Horror Hunt the Saturday night to see you.
Yeah,
he skipped out early to watch a football game.
Yep,
allegedly.
No, I think we know him well enough to make that call.
Dude, he almost skipped my 30th birthday party to watch a fucking football game.
That's true. That's true.
So,
although him watching a football game got him out of having to see the Halloween reboot.
Yeah, but here's the thing: I was never like, "Oh, don't watch football." Just like if you don't make it to my party, then just don't come down. He's like, "But I'll be there the day of your birthday." I don't care. We don't do anything the day of. It's all about the party.
He'd been like there for an hour. Oh yeah, that's right. Your birthday was the next day. I forget.
Yeah.
It's cool. We hung out, and your mom made us delicious ribs that smelled really great for 6 hours in my car.
I have good news. When you come back for the Star Wars live show, you will get more food like that.
Oh,
every meal my mom was.
Oh my god,
getting them ribs.
Folks, so I better start working out now.
Yeah, or just like a new heart.
Nick, bring your sweatpants.
So to the people out there watching, here's the thing about our Star Wars Episode 9 review. It's going to be live. It's going to be crazy. We're going to be on camera. We got a whole setup. The guys are coming to town. We're going to get an Airbnb. We're going to have a pre-show, an actual review, a post-show, tons of Star Wars content that weekend. So do not miss out. Don't worry about anybody else's review. Live, watch ours. When it's done, check out the reviews. But if you want the best take on it, you're going to want to listen to the World Class Bullshitters take. So that's going to be, what is that? The 19th is when it comes out.
Yeah.
Like I said, we're going to be going all night long on a live stream, answering all your questions, talking about the film, comparing, contrasting. We might even do a pre-show where we talk about all the Disney stuff. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So just make sure you're subscribed and always have your bell notification turned on. And in the weeks as we get closer and closer to it, we are going to talk about it a lot more. So it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also to the fan,
we're going to have a trivia question lined up with a super secret, super awesome prize. I'll tell you the trivia question now. Which bullshitter shares a first name with Kenny Loggins? And the prize is going to be Leip's address.
to the person asking about, Kristanna Loken in Terminator 3, did you ever watch Blood Rain?
Isn't Michael in that movie?
Yeah, but I'm just saying, drinking it to her. It's like, did you ever watch Blood Rain?
Is that like Chocolate Rain?
No.
Tazonde. Chocolate Rain. Fuck that guy.
Oh, God, what is he doing these days? Nothing.
Nothing. Which is what he's about to become.
You mean he's already become?
Yeah. By the way, have you seen that Charlize Theron commercial where she's advertising Budweiser and she's like beating all the dudes up in the bar?
Yeah.
She would have made a decent Terminator. She could have been Kristanna Loken role.
Yeah,
Charlize,
she was. Yeah.
Charlize Theron, one of the greatest African Americans of all time. Her in Monster, I could believe, would be able to go through and beat the hell out of men in a bar.
Arlene Wuornos, she has a serial killer. She's on death row, bro.
Yeah, I know. And that Charlize Theron could beat the hell out of an entire bar full of dudes, probably.
Charlize Theron's a great actress, and she looks better now than she did when she was younger.
I know. It's weird.
I saw her on the Orville, and I was just like, wow.
She looks amazing. She also did a movie called Long Shot with Seth Rogen. Yeah, and she did Atomic Blonde, which is actually a really good movie.
Yeah. But yeah.
I don't know. I'm always thinking of Reindeer Games, how great that movie was.
Oh my god, holy shit.
That was a terrible movie.
It's a terrible movie, but I watched it as a kid and I was like, this is an amazing movie. Thought it was fun as hell. Then I watched it recently, I was like, this is really crap. This is really not that good.
No, it's Ben Affleck in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Yep.
He was a bomb in Phantoms, yo.
Word bitch, Phantom's like a mom. Something now. Logan Mike
Phantoms
Funko Pops says Dan Aykroyd just appeared on the Joe Rogan podcast, and I'm gonna make sure I download that episode right now.
Shit. Well, I guess I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I gotta mow the yard tomorrow, and you guys know that takes me like 3 hours and a 12-pack. So I know what I'm gonna do.
Every time, man. Every time.
I mean, there's nothing else to do, man. It's 4 acres. I gotta.
We're not making fun of you or against you for that. It's just how you do things.
Yeah, I get a 12-pack and a big bag of sunflower seeds, and I just go to town.
Yeah, man. It's all good.
Nothing wrong with that.
Talk no. You guys get funny video clips out of it.
Yeah,
it's true. Aces says, so are we going to ignore everything between T2 and Dark Fate? Us personally, we're not. I acknowledge that the stuff between T2 and Dark Fate is not my cup of tea. But I don't know if the movie's going to ignore it. I'm assuming it's going to ignore Terminator 3 because remember, Sarah Connor's dead. She had died in Mexico or whatever.
Exactly.
And they go to her grave, and she's got all the guns. That's where they get the minigun and all that, and Arnold's blowing up. I think Dr. Silberman shows up to the graveyard as well.
Yep, that's it.
Fanatics of Film says, this is hilarious and perfect. Get woke, go broke. Tim Miller cooked his own sausage while pretending to cut it off.
Jeez.
Would you watch a film called Terminator Sausage Day?
Maybe.
That sounds like
Rise of the Sausage.
Oh my god! Yeah, I'm about to say Terminator Rise of the Sausage. That sounds like a foodie porno.
Ooh, Sausage Salvation.
Yeah.
That sounds like
Sausage Salvation.
I'm just gonna message you something. I just thought of a great idea. Hang on.
What other?
Talk amongst yourselves.
Let's see. Then there's would be Sausage Dark Fate, or no, Terminator Dark Sausage. Yeah,
Terminator charred sausage.
Well, we have a charred sausage in our chat.
We do? Is he back?
He's here. I saw him pop up earlier. So, Rambo blood sausage. We could flip it around. Kendo likes blood sausage, right?
I look okay. So, you throw me a blood sausage and say, "Here you go, enjoy it." I'm not gonna be like, "Oh, great." But if I go to a pub and it's a British pub, so in other words, a Weatherspoons or a knockoff of such, and I can get the fry up with the black pudding, I'm going to take it.
Fair enough.
I do like me some black pudding and white pudding too, which is different than black pudding, but it's good.
White pudding from hot sausages. All right. Would you watch a movie called The Sausage Guy? Parody of the Cable Guy?
Sure.
Matthew Broderick goes to the local market, the local supermarché, and the guy at the meat counter becomes obsessed with him. He gives him free sausages.
Yeah. And it turns out it was Abe Froman the whole time.
Yeah.
Hey, Froman. No.
Sausage King of Chicago. I'll yell rat. That's a great movie. So great. Let's see. Logan Michael, Anti-Funko Pop, says A24 is gay. Is that the studio that made Midsummer?
A24, yeah, A24 is oh my god, they're hit or miss on hit and miss. They've done a lot of things. Some of them I've like, I think only a handful of them I've actually liked, but most of them are just like crazy artsy movies that just don't make any sense.
Artsy fartsy central.
Yeah, that's what they're good at. But yeah, they made Midsummer. They also made mid-90s apparently. But they did make Hereditary. Hereditary is really good.
Is that the one with the weird inbred looking girl on the cover?
Yeah. Unfortunately, they did also make It Comes at Night. So.
Oh, there you go.
Terrible.
Yeah. So they're
atmospheric. You didn't understand it. You're not smart enough. Like that one guy tried to talk shit about us.
Oh, dude, whoever said that? Fuck you, man. I'm so, especially people who defend Mother. I'm just like, if you like it, that's cool. Do not try to get me to watch it or tell me that I misunderstood it, because I will punch you in the fucking throat. I'm sorry.
I've seen it. Okay, you in a Hopper shirt. You punched a couple people in the throat this past weekend.
Yeah,
yeah.
I one guy outside of St. Elmo. He dropped that motherfucker.
Well, I'm sorry. Once I get that shirt on, I just embody Hopper the whole time. It just happens.
Yeah, the dude didn't even do anything. He just kind of crossed the street in front of us, and you were like, "Hey, pow!" It's like, damn, dude, let us at least get into the restaurant first.
Well, you know what? I was really hungry. Okay,
I got to get my Elmo's cola.
You're all about that Elmo's cola.
That thing was so goddamn good.
Next time we go, we'll each buy a round of those colas for each other.
Dude, I'm already budgeting for next year's Horror Hound in Indianapolis. I'm going to show up with a good, $100 for Elmo's colas. Or, like I told you guys, I'm working on figuring out a way to make it myself.
Yeah,
cherries.
Yeah, I need maraschino cherries and vanilla and Maker's Mark, and then I just have to get the combination right, and then it's on.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Rodriguez says, speaking of stuff Linda Hamilton's been in, ever seen John Carpenter's Black Moon Rising with Tommy Lee Jones? It's a great 80s romantic heist movie.
I mean,
I've never heard of it.
I think I have.
No, but we could talk about James Cameron because he's been in Linda Hamilton. And he's still upset about that divorce.
Is he really?
Probably.
I mean, you let Sarah Connor go.
He did.
Okay.
And
yeah. All right. No, I've heard of this movie.
Fanatics of Film says #Terminator Challenge. Watch the movie without puking and laughing at the same time.
I'd
rather #Run with Harriet.
Yeah, there you
go. Project Zarvez 19 says the floppest female is a $1 million hashtag idea. Make sure you always quote it to our channel, so when it makes $1 million, it's our $1 million.
That's right.
Yeah,
and we will do awesome things like have our own bullshit con, and you guys can all attend for free. You just got to buy your hotel rooms and our merchandise.
That would be something I would be willing to do.
Yeah,
you guys made that. Yeah, let's. We're gonna get a hotel ballroom, and people can come hang out with us.
and then Saturday night we'll do a group drunk commentary.
Mm-hmm.
For the room.
Yeah. And we will encourage you guys all to get as drunk and belligerent as I probably will be.
Yeah, we'll do the room and Halloween.
Yeah.
Darth Vader.
2 5-star films.
Yeah. Here we go. Darth Vader's disembodied charred phallus is back. He says, the flop is female. Well, I know a little something about females and being floppy. That sounds like a job for me. If I can leave Mustafar. Maybe you can just roll around. Up. Can you roll uphill Darth Vader's disembodied charred phallus?
He's got to be careful, though, because he's going against gravity and he's cylindrical. So if he's trying to up the hill and he just slips just a bit.
He's trying to get the high ground.
He will no longer just be a charred phallus. He will be completely melted in lava.
Oh. Lava. Phallus goes into lava. Our phallus.
Yeah. We're going to need a bigger volcano.
Thank you for picking that up, Ken.
We're going to need a bigger shaft.
Whoa.
The Fixer says, I know this is about the Terminator flop, but I was wondering, are you guys interested in the Man in the High Castle? The Man in the High Castle. And if you are, what do you think about season 4's sneak peek and trailer?
I have never seen that.
I believe I'm actually interested. That's the Stephen King show, right?
No, that's I don't think so, because the Man in the High Castle
is the Amazon Prime show.
Yeah, because it's the alternate history about if Germany and Japan would have won World War II.
Yeah, Philip K. Dick's novel of the same name takes a look at if the world might look at the outcome of the World War II turned out differently. Yeah.
Well, The Fixer, I'm going to actually check this show out. I'll have a little time Saturday morning. I'll check out the first episode.
Yeah, I've been meaning to watch it for a couple of years because I had friends that watched it and they were like, "Oh, it's really good," but it kind of goes off the rails in season 3.
Well, it's got a great cast. It's got DJ Qualls and Shang Tsung from Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
I'll
I
have to
literally
check it out.
Danny Roebuck, and then I don't know anybody else in this show. Yep, don't know anybody else.
Yeah,
So,
I've heard good things as well.
I'm willing to check it out. I was mistaking it with what was it, Dark Castle or whatever that Stephen King show on Hulu was.
Oh, The Dark Tower.
No, there's a Stephen King show on Hulu called High Castle Rock. Sorry, I knew it had the word castle in it. That's
Yeah, Castle Rock. Yeah, that's one on Hulu. That's Stephen King one.
At least I didn't mistake it for Fraggle Rock.
Jeez. Which I need to see when
That
they're
was a
doing
fun show.
when they're doing season 2 of Castle Rock, because season 1 was awesome.
Let's see. Dion's special horse, Little Biscuit, says, "I'm doing more with Dion than just watching TV." There we go.
Wow, he's getting a handy.
or to ZJ, who knows?
Yeah, and if you have to ask, you can't afford it.
There you go.
Right.
Let's see. Ghosty Ghost, thank you very much for a very generous super chat. He says, "Hey guys, you might have already mentioned it already, but I wanted to know what your thoughts were on It Chapter 2. Well, since you sent in this, we'll talk about it for you. We overall enjoyed it. I fell asleep twice, not because I was bored, but because I was extremely tired. But from my standpoint, it looked great still. They did a great job making sure the kids looked the same. They de-aged them a little bit, or they filmed it quickly after the first one. I don't know exactly what they did. It has the same atmosphere. There's some creepy moments, some very great moments, especially like when Bev's hair is on fire. That's pretty cool.
Oh, that scene. Jeez, man.
Yeah, that was legitimately creepy, dude.
Yeah, that
Her
was.
hair was on fire.
The Kiss Me Fat Boy scene was great.
I
Kiss me.
didn't see that. Damn it. I missed it.
Skarsgård was great. The Pennywise kills were awesome. I really enjoyed it enough that I do want to go back and make sure I watch it again so I catch the entire thing. But yeah, I from what I saw, I really enjoyed it, and I think I still prefer It Chapter 1 by a lot more. It Chapter 1's very tight and very good.
Yeah, I think that's how we all felt about it, because I think this one is really long, and I know what they're trying to do, really flesh out the story, and but there were too many flashbacks of them being kids, and then there was the one where all of a sudden they had a secret area or whatever that we didn't hear about in part 1, so it was a little weird. But yeah, I mean, overall it was fine. It was good.
I need to watch it again and not fall asleep and be completely sober and not have a distraction to my left to be able to give a full and okay.
You mean you
couldn't
tell the difference between 24 frames and 23.92?
I didn't give a fuck. I was trying to, I sat here for 2 years getting psyched for this movie, and then now I'm tired as hell coming down from drinking all evening, and then got somebody next to me keep asking, who's that, invoking. So it's like,
yeah.
One thing too about the first one that I preferred is there was a charm about the kids in the first one. I thought usually child actors are hit and miss, but in the first It Chapter 1, because I think of the original It as the first one, all the kids did a really good job. They blended childhood and maturity. I thought all the kids did a good job, and they had great chemistry. This one, the adults, I mean, they have good chemistry, and they're really good actors, especially Jessica Chastain, Bill Hader, and James McAvoy. But I don't know, it didn't gel as well. And I think the flashbacks were kind of not jarring, but they happened all in a row, and it takes a while to finally get through them.
they were mostly unnecessary.
Yeah.
I know you're adapting something, so you have to remain true to said source material. But overall, I don't know. The first one's so much better, man. So much better.
My biggest takeaway from the movie, of what I recall, is when Dion shrieked during the movie.
No, he says he yelped.
He cried.
He was just like that. He got flipped out by that movie, because the part where Bev goes back to her old apartment, and the old lady scene where you can tell it's fucking Pennywise the whole time, and she's moving around in the background behind Bev when her back is turned. Yeah, yelped and freaked out. He got scared. It was funny. And then I felt
he did an old white lady.
I still think he would have done it.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But yeah, Ghosty Ghost. We covered it briefly on the live stream, but I think this was more in depth from his super chat message than we talked about it on the live stream, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Because we were kind of doing
the live stream, we were kind of just like barely awake and trying to recall what we had watched.
Yeah. A clever fish, cool screen name, says Flop is female. Now, let's not be accurate. Dion Special Horse Little Biscuit says, it's sure gonna be one of those nights, Nick.
Easy.
Jason Green says, sorry I missed you opening my gifts. Jeff, as far as I'm concerned, the franchise ended at part 2. Party boob and horse. Now, folks, guys, Jason Green was the gentleman who sent the giant case that included our World-Class Bullshitters custom sodas.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for the case of records. Thank you for all the stuff you sent in. I believe that had Dion's security horse, right?
Yeah. It was Dion's security horse, the Jones soda, the records. I've listened to the Steppenwolf one already twice.
Nice.
I know.
But Jason,
I saw that in there. I was excited.
The link might be on our social media if you want to check it out. We opened your box fairly early in the stream, so
because it was a big one.
Yeah. Dr. Coffin is very proud when Jeff called me legit on the High Council. Then Jeremy would ruined it by asking if I would molest him. We'll use that word. There we go.
Okay. Jeez.
Well, the word rhymes.
Does he want it? Does he want that to happen in a video
today? Right on the chest.
Oh, jeez.
Tim Riggs, the man who could not make it. Just kidding, Tim.
We missed you, buddy.
Yeah, we did. Cincinnati or bust. He says, hashtag underground with Harriet. Too dark?
I mean, underground, yeah, it is pretty dark unless you got a lantern.
Do you remember that was a Family Guy where they try to say that their house is a historical landmark and he goes, I think I hear the Underground Railroad, and he moves up a floorboard and there's a toy train set under.
Yeah, I remember that.
There were some good moments on that show.
Yeah, not many, but there was a few.
Michael Rodriguez says, check out Python Blue's channel. He recomposed tracks like Canal Chase and other unreleased themes from T2 using the same DAW Brad Fidel used. Well, I'm taking a screenshot of that because I like Brad Fidel's music from Terminator. I actually have from the first Terminator, I have the extended soundtrack on Google Play. So
nice.
I just like that kind of music. It reminds me of Harold Faltermeyer electronic stuff.
Nice.
Automata says, should it be Rambo versus Lithgow's Dexter character?
Ooh.
I mean, if we're going to go fictional versus fictional, I think it's more fun to do a real person versus fictional character in this fight.
Yeah. By the way,
because I mean, if it was Lithgow's character from Dexter, first he'd have to throw a woman off a building, and then he'd have to kill his sister. Then he'd be able to go bludgeon John Rambo with a hammer. And I mean, that's just too drawn.
Yeah, I don't know if it would be it would make for good TV.
No.
Let's see what else we got. We have wow, YouTube wanted to let me know that I'm live on my own channel. Thanks, YouTube.
Oh, they tell me that too. They're like, World Class Bullshitters is live. I'm like, I know, I'm there.
Yeah, but I'm literally the channel, so it's like you're live. I get an email that says you are live on your channel.
Oh, well, that's stupid.
Yeah, that helps.
All right then.
Salvador says, even more pointless remakes that no one asked for. Now, wait a minute, Hollywood. No! Hollywood, no. Sub to Real Independent Productions. Play Gloria. You faded out, Kendo.
I said I support all of that.
Kendo's gone.
No, I'm here.
Okay, you just... No, it went, I sup, and then it just shut up.
Well, what can you expect in the broke dick mountains of Ozark land? I'm not even in those. Why'd I even say that? I'm fucking stupid.
Don't say where you're not, because then people are going to call you that.
What, Appalachian American?
God damn it.
I mean, you can. I'm not. I mean, do we have to go down the list? Maine, never been there. New Hampshire, never been there. I mean, we had this discussion the other day.
Yeah, we did.
Well, we'll just put Appalachian American on a shirt. How's that?
Yeah, but you got to put where Appalachia Mountains and all that stuff is at, and then you can leave Missouri off of there because it's not the fucking Appalachian Mountains.
I want to make so much money that we take the entire state of Missouri, cut it out, and move it to the Appalachian Mountain Range. Just to fuck with you. just to spite you.
I would like to think that wouldn't be possible unless you had like a really big shovel.
What?
You need a really big shovel.
We just need Lex Luthor's plan. Otisburg?
That's true.
Yeah.
Otisburg?
I'd rather move to Otisburg than the Appalachians.
It's just a small little place. Let's see. The Shadow says, reboot Brokeback Mountain with Shia LaBeouf and Michael Cera.
See, that won't work. That doesn't work at all because you're taking two white guys and you're replacing them with white guys. You gotta gender swap it. And oh shit, that's fucked up too because instead of making them gay characters, they'd have to make them straight characters.
Oh,
ooh, I don't think Hollywood can handle that.
No, two straight white dudes. I don't think so.
Yeah, no, they'd have to like change one to like a black guy and another one to like an Asian, but then they'd have to be straight.
It's crazy. They just can't do it. They just can't do it.
Yeah, because they'd have to swap everything, and that they wouldn't know what to do. Just like they won't know what to do when, Harriet Tubman movie is #1 and beats Dark Fate.
Oh god, that is the best argument ever. If that movie's #1 for a while, they can't say shit.
Yeah, they won't know what to fucking say.
Yeah,
they're gonna blame. They'd be like blaming, the man babies for not going to see Terminator because it is a strong woman, but then like that just destroys their argument because
it does.
You're knocking on the Harriet movie.
Yep.
Well, let's see. Matt Joseph says, no conspiracies. They're pulling old copies of Star Wars movies because they're re-releasing them in all new packaging later this month.
Okay. Cool.
I didn't know. And then also Midnight's Edge says they're not being removed. That's false.
Huh.
It's kind of weird that you have to take them out of stores to repackage them.
Well, everybody likes a nice package.
And you reprint it. I've seen the new box art that they've made for the digital releases. It's just kind of odd that they're pulling them, but hey.
Anything to try to make more money to pay for Fox.
Fox will be their downfall.
Jeez. I mean, they're pretty much in their downfall right now. I mean, they've lost money. They've falsified their documents. They're under SEC investigation. Their park's going to shit. They had a strike happen in the LA park because people aren't getting paid enough. There's all kinds of things happening, and it's just going to be a spiral downwards. Especially after Rise of Skywalker.
We're just going to applaud.
Oh yeah. I love to see them, burn and try to come back up, and they just can't. They've bought too much stuff. It's not going to happen, especially with MCU Phase 4. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
it's not a
thing. 4 stick.
Yeah, it's not. They're not going to make the same money they did with the previous these first 10 years. They're not going to do that again. I'm sorry.
Black Widow's not a $1 billion movie.
No, but I will go support that. I will go watch it, but I wish they'd done that earlier. So
yeah, it should have been like, I don't know, post Civil War maybe.
Definitely post Civil War.
It should have been before that.
Yeah, post Winter Soldier.
Yeah, I was gonna say Black Widow had existed in the MCU for what?
Since
7 years at that point. Yeah. So like, get her a solo movie long before. I mean, even Civil War. Yeah, after Winter Soldier would have been perfect.
Yeah, because it was. Remember, they released all the files. They could have talked about how they released all the files and all the ramifications that she had to face because she didn't appear in a film till the next Avengers, and you could have easily had her go on an adventure before she teamed up to fight.
Oh God, yeah, dude. Ultron. Oh God, yeah. And I think she's more of an interesting character than Captain Marvel because she has no powers and she's still hanging with them.
Scarlett Johansson's a good actress.
Yeah.
TLJ Screwjob says, hey guys, sorry I haven't been able to watch the past couple of shows where High Councils have been working the midnight shift, but that changes next week. Well, TLJ Screwjob, we're glad you can still listen to us at any other time. We appreciate you being involved with tonight's show, and I look forward to seeing you on the High Council this week. It'll be back here on my channel, World Class Bullshitters. I'm going to see about getting a guest. Don't have anything set in stone yet, but I'm going to do my best. So be on the lookout, folks. That'll be here on this channel, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We've had 2 great shows in a row. This past week we had Jeremy Mecha Random, myself, and Ethan on Ethan's channel, and last week we had one of the most viewed high councils in history. It had myself, Jeremy, Mecha Random. Oh, God, I can't even remember. Mauler and Robot Head. So it was one of the best shows. Go back and check it out. It's on the channel. It's 4 hours, but start your workday right. Listen to us for half the day, then come on and check out our other videos. You'll love it.
Or you know what? Pretend to do work and just listen to the whole thing. There you go.
Yeah.
I like the way you operate, man.
Yeah, that's how I roll. Put your headphones in and pretend to do work, and nobody will ask you anything.
Deus Pigeon says C is about blind Khal Drago. Super gay.
Okay.
Wanderer says, one of the things I remember most about the Sarah Connor Chronicles is one of the Terminators looked like Bionicles. Remember those Lego toys?
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah.
They had like a whole backstory.
They did, and was it? I forget. I think Jackie Chan did a movie about that where he was in the beginning of it and told about the Bionicle story or something.
I don't know. I just remember Jackie Chan Adventures was a really fun cartoon. Let's see. Leo Breaker 49 says Terminator Dark Sausage Attachment.
Oh God.
Mark Andre Plant says Rambo, the last sausage. It's like a breakfast buffet. This is the last sausage. Nothing is over. Breakfast is over.
God damn it, John Rambo ruined breakfast again. We gotta go somewhere else.
He's having a pancake flashback.
Pancake flashback.
I wanted waffles.
There's an idea.
Yeah. We should do a skit senile John Rambo at the breakfast bar at Frisch's.
Oh my God.
Thunder Robot says, good news. I found I can recycle Disney Star Wars toys into some better figures, doing my part for the environment.
Wow.
You can always use them for fuel.
I wonder if that's what happens with like really toys they just can't sell even at the dollar store. Like, do they just recycle them?
They put them in a landfill.
Oh wow, that's harsh.
They pitch it after a while. Stuff doesn't sell. They literally throw it in the garbage.
You think they would send them to like third world countries like they do with like the T-shirts and stuff of the teams that don't win the championship that they have all printed up and ready to go?
Yeah.
But think of the cost.
Some kid. Yeah, I know, but still it'd be funny to see, a bunch of kids in Zimbabwe, getting their care package relief, and it's a bunch of Boston Bruins 2019 Stanley Cup Finals champions T-shirts and Rose Ticos.
Rose Tico is a great hero of the galaxy.
And the kids are like, nah, man, just starve and shiver. That's cool.
God.
They all think Rose Tico's a man because of the haircut.
Yeah. They're like, wait, she's dressed like a potato sack, but there's no potatoes. We can't eat this.
TLJ Screwjob says, and what about my generous proposal? I offered you sausage and you spat in my face.
Wait, did the sausage spit in his face? Because that's a totally different movie.
Yeah, that's
The Green Goblin was crazy.
A North Pole Productions.
Salvador has an idea for a movie. He says, It Chapter 3, Pennywise versus Gamera. So it's a kaiju movie.
Huh.
I don't know. I've heard people joke about how it Chapter 3 is in the works and happening. I'm like, I hope that's a joke.
It has to be. There's nothing to adapt.
Yeah, but if they're going to go off the rails and make their own, that's a bad idea.
Yeah, I was going to say that the story is finite. There's nothing that really happens after they defeat.
Yeah, because then you'd have to make part 3 and 4, where it's, I guess he's going after another pair of kids, and then they're 27 years into the future with that, and then they come back or something. Like that's a whole different, like the whole new thing, and it doesn't make sense.
What if It Chapter 3 is Bill Skarsgård's Pennywise versus Tim Curry's Pennywise for 2 hours?
Oh my God!
It's like a side scroller and beat 'em up, except for it's an eat 'em up, and it's like them competing to eat the most kids they can.
I would watch that.
I want that game.
Please stop talking about things we'll never get that I'm sad about.
Yeah.
Speaking about things we'll never get and be sad about, did you guys hear this? This will be our final story of the evening. GameStop to close up 200 stores by year's end.
Wow.
It's a shame for the people that are going to lose their jobs, but fuck GameStop.
Yeah, well, I mean, they already GameStop already absorbed ThinkGeek a little while ago. So
Yeah. So I went into Best Buy Sunday when I was coming back from Horror Hound. I stopped in there real quick, and it looks way different. It's like the store is becoming an appliance store. I mean, the Blu-ray section is shrunk down. The video game section is almost non-existent. They took out all the Star Wars toys. We can talk about rumors from Doomcock, but I filmed the footage for the Star Wars video I'm working on. They don't have a Star Wars toy section anymore. Everything else is there, just not Star Wars. So, but Best Buy is becoming something else. And then we're getting rid of GameStop. I know we're moving towards this all digital future, but somebody like Kendo can't live in this all digital future. Like, what are you going to do, man? If you have to download, you're going to go somewhere to download all your games and then take them home.
That's why I don't buy anything other than Switch games anymore. Because I haven't bought Red Dead 2 because I don't feel like packing up the Xbox, going to my sister's house, sitting there for 6 days, letting it download, even though I've got the physical disc.
You're not wrong.
Then going home, playing the game for a few hours, realizing I need a patch, packing it up, driving back to my sister's house. I mean, it's only 10 minutes away, but still it's a hassle. Sitting there, letting it download for another, 6 days, then playing the game. And then suddenly, somehow my Xbox that's not connected to the internet knows that there's a new interface update that I have to have in order to play these fucking games. And then I have to, rinse and repeat. Whereas with the Switch, I just pop a game in there and I go.
Yeah, man.
And I'm not the only person that lives semi off the internet grid. There's a lot of places in this country that, do not have high-speed internet at their fingertips. And, where those people, we can't have just a straight. Plus, here's the thing. If you have a physical copy of something, you own that bitch. That is yours. It is always going to be yours. If it's a digital copy of something, say it's like that Ultraviolet or something like that, you have a digital copy of it, that company goes under, you might lose your shit.
Yeah, that happened with Ultraviolet. They went out a few months ago.
Yeah. So if you've got the hard copy of it, that's why people are like, "Oh man, you still buy CDs? Why don't you just download all the shit?" Because my hard drive can be corrupted. That CD, unless I break it, scratch it, or throw it in a microwave, ain't gonna be corrupted. It will always work.
So how many CDs have you thrown in the microwave?
Me and Lunchbox occasionally would take some like blank CDs that we burn shit to. That either back in the old days when you burn CDs and sometimes you'd fuck them up, and they were toast. You only got half the pirated album off LimeWire, and so we would just get bored and we'd throw them in the microwave, and within like a couple of seconds they would like do this like spider crackle thing and flash across the CD, and it looked really cool.
That's how you destroy them so they can never be read ever again.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're already jacked up because they're back in the old CDR. We didn't have the rewritable shit back then. Well, I mean, we did, but those were expensive.
That's true.
We couldn't afford that on our Sears salary.
Shit, man. I remember doing all this. I remember going to like Staples or Walmart and getting the giant 100 stack of like CDRs and DVDRs and doing some good, having a good burn session, just burning all kinds of things I didn't really need, but I wanted.
I've never rewritten a CD. I just used a new CD. One thing I've seen.
Yeah, you had to.
Kendo, to bounce off what you were saying, though, like I had an X-Men game that I bought for my old phone, X-Men the Arcade, one of my favorite games of all time. Then they just took it away from me. It's like I paid money for this game. I played it, but I don't get to play it anymore. And I want to play it. That's the thing. So some of the online or some of the digital media only, it seems cool and convenient, folks. But at the end of the day, they will take away your shit because they got your money. They don't care about you once you're not a paying customer. You're a paid customer. So
this is it. This is why like every so often new movies that come out, I will go buy them at Target or Walmart or whatever. I know people keep saying physical media is dead, but it's only dead because they've made you think that VOD and things are the future and the only way you can get content. This is true, but also remember, it can be deleted and taken away just as easily. If a content provider or a content owner wants to take away, let's say, Friends or The Office and never have them on their own VOD called Friends in the Office, or they only show that and you pay, $10 a month to only have those things streamed, they can do that. They have their full right to do that. But if you have the physical copies of it and the DVDs and the Blu-rays of it, you can watch whatever the hell you want to, wherever you want to, as long as you got electricity.
Yeah.
This is why I buy it. This is why I spend money on it. It's pain in the ass. Pain in the ass to haul around and keeping shelves and things like that. But I get, if I ever want to watch something that's not on VOD, I pull out the disc, put in the drive, and watch it. I know it's a lot of hard work. I know people are real lazy and they don't want to do that, but sometimes I want to watch something that I can't find. So that's how it is.
Yeah. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention. We have one more super chat. Comes from our friend Etep Wakoyans. Oh, we have two more now. Etep Wakoyans, the place to do reviews, says Brokeback Mountain 2 with Nyla Rose and Mackenzie Davis. Kendo, you buying it?
Yeah. No, I'm
No?
not. I'm selling.
Selling? Okay. Thunder Robot says GameStop should change their name to Toy Stop. Agreed. Yes. It's basically collectibles, the store.
I'm almost surprised that they have not like gotten into like Toys R Us. Just they can sell games and toys, honestly.
Well, the thing is, you walk into my GameStop, so on the left-hand side, there's the Nintendo section. The entire right wall until you get to the back quarter is all toys and collectibles from ThinkGeek and Marvel and Star Wars. And by the way, in the video I'm putting out, I keep going into the GameStop every day to check on the selection of toys, and it gets smaller and smaller, but the Admiral Holdo figure never sells, so it just sits there and waits. It's like what was it, Jessie from Toy Story 2, how she waits on that girl to come back for her. Admiral Holdo's waiting for anyone to buy her. She's like, please buy me, I'm from Star Wars. It's like, you're from The Last Jedi and you're dead. Nobody wants you. Nobody loves you. Holdo.
Yeah, not to mention the shit's overpriced anyway.
Maneuver into the garbage can, purple-haired weirdo.
Yeah.
And there's a shipping fly.
Yeah. Right into fucking trash. Anyway, this has been an excellent stream, gentlemen.
Yes, it always is.
So, folks, we are going to get going. It's been 2 hours and 16 minutes. But before we go, we want to thank everybody for sticking with us tonight. It's been a hell of an audience. We had about 800 and something people at our peak, which was awesome. So hopefully we have 800 and something thumbs up. And Nick, promote your channel before we go.
Yes, I run a channel called Real Independent Productions. Real with two E's because film pun. Every week we do 2 podcasts. On Wednesday we release The Campfire, which is me and Richard Tanner, world famous filmmaker. We talk about Are You Afraid of the Dark episodes, 2 episodes per week. And we just put one out last week. I think it's like Hungry Hounds and something else. I don't know. I can't remember. Also, tomorrow I'm putting out an interview that me and Kendo did with famous filmmaker, writer, director, all-around nice guy, Brian Williams, and his wife, Ellie Church.
Great people.
Yes, that will go out tomorrow. There's also a gap in the interview where we get interrupted and I have to I pause it and then turn it back on.
By Butch Patrick.
Yeah, by Butch Patrick. So yeah, that happened.
Fucking Eddie Munster.
So yeah, please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to get at least 500 subscribers before the end of the year, so help me out with that.
By the way, we had a few more super chats rolling. First off, Logan Michael Anti-Funko Pop says, do you remember Cinema Secrets? It was basically Don Post Studios, but their history is more interesting. Well, Logan Michael, if you'd like to send me the history of them, go ahead. I actually looked them up when your super chat rolled in. You know, Nick, this company, Cinema Secrets, has an Halloween 8, which is Halloween Resurrection mask. They're limited edition masks. They go for $250 to $300 when they came out, right?
Oh,
now
God.
They're valued at $1,500 to $1,800.
Yeah, I remember Cinema Secrets. Yeah, they did a lot of high-end stuff. They did a lot of good things, but man, oh geez, their prices were a little above what normal people could afford. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure they've gone up in price, and geez, if anybody's bought their stuff and has it and wants to sell it, I'm sure they can make a pretty penny on it.
I mean, the mask looks great.
No, they're all like, I think they're all handmade. And they're all hand painted. They all have like hundreds of reference photos, and it's just like the work that they do on each mask is just like, it's insane. And everyone is, all of them are different in very minuscule ways here and there, but they do a damn good job.
The Grand Inquisitor says, "One for the road, boys. Party boob, party boob, party boob." So, folks, this has been episode 188 of World Class Bullshitters. Every Thursday night, we take a dump on the world of pop culture. If you enjoyed this, make sure you hit the thumbs up on the way out. And if you want more of us, check out our videos. We're back in the full swing of things. We had a great video come out Monday. It's already broken the 6-figure record. So there we go. We're happy about that. It did more than what last week's video did in the first 2.5 days. So success. This new video is kicking ass as well. So we'd like to thank each and every one of you for checking it out. It's about Ryan Johnson. It's a lot of fun. You'll have a chuckle at his stupidity. If you want more of us in a group dynamic, we're going to be back tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, for one of our drunk commentaries / watch parties for Logan Michael, who is a patron. We're going to get drunk and we're going to watch Halloween 2. And you guys know how to play the drinking game. We may have lifted it from Mindless Entertainment, but if you check out your screen real quick, here are the rules. We get messed up. We probably will black out midway because Halloween 2 is a fairly long movie. And that's really all I have to say about that for the weekend. I might have a P.O. Box video come up. They take forever to edit and render, but you guys send in the stuff, and you're very patient with me. Thank you very much. And Kendo, do you have anything you want to say before we go?
Hashtag fuck Jeff.
Hashtag. You know what? Hold on. Logan Michael's back again with another super chat. Logan Michael said, where'd it go? They also made the first licensed Myers mask in terms of... Hold on, we got a couple super chats that rolled in, actually.
Oh, yeah.
First off, Logan Michael Antifunko Pop says, I found a Cinema Secrets Halloween Resurrection Deluxe mask in my town on Facebook Marketplace for $50. Well, I hope you bought it.
Yeah, man.
Nice looking mask. I'm looking at it right now. I kind of want one, even though I hate Halloween Resurrection. Nick loves it.
Oh, yeah, I do. It's a guilty pleasure.
Wanderer says, Admiral Holdo, fair? I'll tell you what's not fair. Spending a lifetime on a dime store shelf watching every other toy be sold. I love the Toy Story reference. Poor Holdo. Though I don't think you can get much for GameStop with a dime. You guys know about that?
No.
You get some disappointment.
Yeah. You can get kicked out.
That's probably how much you get when you try to sell like 10 games.
Yeah, it's like, hey, I brought in a PlayStation 4. Here's a dime. It's real shiny.
Yeah. Thanks.
Modalicious says, R-rated Disney, Moana, the Dutch colonize.
Damn. I'd watch that.
That's dark. That's like 90s dark.
Yeah, but it's a history film. I'd watch it.
You are a history buff, Kendo.
I am. And I am buff. I'm not buff.
And then Logan Michael Anti-Funko Pop says, they also made the first Halloween licensed Myers mask.
Ooh. Yeah, I'd pick up that Resurrection one for 50 real quick.
Logan Michael also says, pop gay. Well, thank you, Logan Michael. We appreciate everything.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, we'll give an update on the poll with 146 votes in. John Rambo is leading 68-32, which means I am disappointed in 68% of people that are voting in that poll.
Yeah, you know what? I would personally vote for John Lithgow.
I voted for John Lithgow. I would like to see him win.
I like how Proper Jeremy's trying to talk shit. He's like, it's a stupid question. It should have been John Rambo or John Connor. It's a joke.
Yeah, man.
Clearly, Proper Jeremy doesn't get jokes.
There are a lot of people that don't get the joke. They don't listen.
I'm disappointed in all of them.
You all fail.
Somebody says John Campia. Oh my god.
Oh, dude, he would lose. Dude, he would lose to anything.
Yeah, there's a picture of him in a dress. I love it. All right. So, folks, thank you for watching. We'll be back next week. And to anyone out there listening, good night. Be safe and enjoy your trip.
.com.